And now we're live. Yeah.
Woo!
Friday night, I finally did the part 2 with that other one shot I was doing with my other group of friends. It was nice. Good to shake off some rust.
Did you win?
Oh, I won. I killed everybody. No, but in just trying to be very Bruce Lee water, just go with whatever the party is trying to do, right? The result was their courier. He's like a little otter folk who was like their cart driver. Nice. He wound up being he was an avid reader, but in reality he was just always looking at a book so people would think he was smart, even though he couldn't read. But he had magical books to where it would be like, oh, this book's called How to Start a Fire, and it's not a book you read. You're supposed to you put it away from you, you open it, and it casts firebolt. And so he's very much like, don't confuse that with how to build a fire. And so he had this whole collection of little cantrip books. It ended up being really neat.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, this is
Aberrant. Who wants to recap last week?
I don't even remember what happened today.
We fought a lady. Or first we fought her menagerie of animals because we went in there and she's like, hello, people, but very specifically Chimera. She basically, before the fight, she revealed that the Icewind Dahlia, Nora, was already defeated, whereas I was deeply concerned that Homegirl was gonna rush in the final hour and get the last hit and a kill. She was already frozen in place. She welcomed everyone, was like, hey, we'll see how it goes. And then we got stampeded by a goddamn woolly mammoth, while Anwar was like, I'll take it to the sky, and she was like, you fucking will not, and kind of beat him back down to the ground. But yep. He took on a Deva solo, which was awesome.
I want to point out that was also the point that we realized she was part of the fight too, yeah. When she swung over to Anwar and smashed his face into the ground. We're like, wait!
I do imagine it was that Dragon Ball just appears next to him and wait, you're fighting too?
We learned that she was fighting too. And then afterwards, we beat her. And then we very politely asked her to perhaps release Nora so we could maybe use her for thievery stuff later on. And she was like, I guess. So she did that. And then she's like, you got any questions? And I was like, none that I could think of. And then she's like, tight, here's this super fancy weapon, chosen one. Also, this house is now your house, but also it still kind of wants to kill you, so most of it is unusable. Have a good day. And then she aced on out of there.
It's useful if you want to kill your guests or trap them for eternity.
If I ever want to invite all of my worst enemies to my ominous crystal palace under a dragon.
Is that what that invite was about?
I wait for your RSVP. So we did that. You woke up Nora, and she was like, what's going on? And we were like, we don't really know. We're trying to figure out how to get out of here. Would be mad swell, though, if you could help us with a heist. But we didn't give her all the details on the heist, because we don't know if we can trust her. And then she was like, I'm gonna lock myself in this room while you guys have a little buddy moment. And then, Chimera, being an awful mom, was like, you lock this door, I'm gonna unlock it. And she did that. And last I remember...
Also, you took her stuff.
Oh yeah, we definitely took her stuff. Doing a hostage situation. You're just gonna let your hostage keep their stuff? No. We were trying to figure out the best way out with... I think the favored plan was burrowing out of the side of the mountain in an effort to completely avoid catching the attention of a dragon on this immaculate sheet of paper.
It's sounding like that's not actually gonna work.
Very
good sheet of paper.
I will allow for it to work because I really admire the creativity of it. But I just need a little more than just the one thing during doing all the burrowing. If it was dashing through just like general ice or loose earth, then it could go up to, I think it was 4,000 feet. So let's just call it a tenth of that, and it could burrow through the rock and everything that's chipping away at it over the course of its summoning. It could do about 400 feet. But it also needs some work from you guys as well. So I'm just wondering, is there anything else that you guys can contribute to that to make it so this plan can work?
I could have contributed 2 bombs.
You could have, but you used them.
I did.
Now you have to get, now you have to get more bombs.
To get new bombs.
Well, I've got
Rain can
Dahlia's
use...
bag of holding. Is that...
Rain can use a pickaxe if somebody has a pickaxe.
She'll do it solo. We don't even need to summon anything.
I've got a whetstone to sharpen the pickaxe.
I've got... I have a hand axe.
Not quite the same as a pickaxe.
Right.
Not with that attitude.
I feel like someone should always have the tool for the job.
There's no way to know that.
Don't forget, we
shoot
can...
the wall.
Oh, you know what?
I mean, you maybe could do that.
That's true. I remember in group chat I was saying I could make pickaxes. Because I have my magic smithing thing. I realized I cannot do that without a long rest first, because it is a channel divinity. So that's...
Ah.
I really didn't
Don't
want to
you get those
stay in
back
here
on a short
tonight,
rest?
damn it.
The inn is
You're
up
right. I do
there,
get, you're
real
right.
cozy.
I do get them back on a short rest. Ryan is correct.
He's
So
stuck there.
if we want, that is also a possibility of just getting more. I don't know how much a pickaxe costs, but I'm sure we have more than, well beyond enough for me to create those.
Well, especially since you have 5,000 gold worth of diamonds
We're
right
going
now.
to make 30,000 pickaxes.
Flawless diamond. I was gonna say this last week
The
if I didn't,
sculpting.
but I do have all my first level slots and 2 of my second level slots for Thunder Wave and for Shatter. Shatter,
Nice.
I think, is creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage. So I think that's particularly good for getting through Earth.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I think with the combination of the creature and our pickaxes and finding areas that are maybe harder on Mark. He doesn't have an unlimited amount of them, but he does have quite a few that he can use to blow up particularly difficult areas.
Okay. How many slots did you say you have left?
I've got 4 first level ones and 2 second level ones.
Okay. Given that you're going through pure rock, would you be okay with saying that you use all of them? Or
If
do you
everyone's
wanna
okay
save
with
some?
hearing the rest of the way. Yeah, I would use however many it needs to get us out.
Okay. Just because it's a tall order, I'm going to say that you have to use all of them for this case. But yeah, between all of that, especially because you really got to make it count. You've only got 10 minutes with this summoned creature.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you guys go ahead and do that. And, the gods must be on your side because you make it through into a cave area. So even though you don't get all the way out there, you're able to break through eventually. You might even be able to detect with some of your investigation skills and stuff. You can kind of find oh, it's the rock is more hollow this way. Let's go towards this way, and you're able to break out into a cave.
I will say after that endeavor, Anwar's his suit is humming and glowing and has the multiple steam, kind of coming out like a steampunk Iron Man a little bit. All of his energy is gone. All the lights are on 5% battery. the little extra canisters of magic he has. His spell fielding ring is tapped. Like he's just like, I can make him walk, and I have my lightning gun, and that's what I got right now.
So what are you doing with Nora during this whole time?
Oh. I guess Hunter could be on watch. He'll try to just chat her up, maybe ask about old jobs and stuff.
Yeah. During that time, she'd be like, "Don't I know you from somewhere?"
I don't know what jobs you worked.
Oh gosh, so many.
I bet.
Who do you work for?
Well, I'm kind of a independent contractor at the moment. Well, I work with we can talk about Tsunami at this point, right? Is that right?
That's a question for the DM.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
I
Andrew's
guess
next.
I guess it's up to you. As far as if you can talk about it. I mean, you have seen this person at a Tsunami meetup before, so. Because I remember way back when we first introduced this character, you were like, have I seen her before? And you rolled for it, and like, we determined that you hadn't had any conversations with her, but you had seen her at a Tsunami meetup.
Gotcha. I'll flash the tattoo.
Oh, okay. Like, lifts up a thing. Okay, I thought I saw you somewhere around here. Wow, okay. Well, you're still alive. Good for you.
Same to you, I suppose.
Are you still working for those guys?
Last I checked, yeah, but things have gotten a little... Waters have gotten a little muddy at the moment.
Yeah, I don't like muddy. Generally, once things get muddy, I start going elsewhere.
What I'm hearing.
Yeah. So, they got you guys got all sorts of abilities. Kamira's going through walls without any oil, and you got like a monster thing going here. Like, what? You guys got like a big stash of magical weapons or something?
I wouldn't say that. No.
Or magical items, I mean?
We just been kind of crushing it, working on our gains and getting fierce.
Good for you. I'll have to trade notes sometime.
Does she believe any of that?
Go ahead and roll deception. I mean, it's somewhat true.
Yeah.
Are you trying to deceive or persuade? What are you trying to do?
Definitely trying to downplay it. I know that as a thief, I wouldn't want to talk about how much stuff we have. We're certainly downplaying it. I know we have magical items, but to some people that's not like a treasure trove of stuff. So no.
Why don't you give me a deception and then an insight real quick?
Can do. Oops, that should be an advantage.
Like you need it.
Well, she might have a good bullshit detector.
That's true. Okay, you're able to tell kind of going on like, okay, we're playing this game here where we both know that neither wants to divulge too much, but here we are, like, okay, like, it's kind of like thief level of small talk.
Gotcha.
And as you're going through all of that, eventually you guys break through into the cave.
Before we pop off, though, I do want to kind of get a feeling for like a vibe check on how she feels about the big three.
Okay. What kind of questions would you be asking her?
I mean, nothing specific, but just like a vague, like, have you heard about anything going on with the big three? What are your thoughts there on like rebel leadership?
I've done some. Yeah, she talked about she's done some jobs for them and stuff, and she seems very neutral, just like, hey, a job's a job, whatever. Like okay, they're in power right now. Someone else is gonna be in power later. Like, whatever. Like, she just doesn't seem to give a shit.
Gotcha. That's fair. I mean, in power, they just kind of fought off the Empire in this little chunk of the world. what I understand, it's a bit of a problem elsewhere.
She's like, yeah, that's why I like it here. When you break through, what's the general order of things for you guys? So far, like, just like last time too, I just kind of place you guys according to, don't you know you never split the party, clerics in the back, keep those fighters nice and hardy, the wizard in the middle so she can shed some light. And don't you let that damn thief out of sight. So I've got Hunter up front scouting, and Kamira and Anwar kind of around the thief, making sure she's not getting too far. Rain right behind, kind of in the center area, and Audra in the back.
I feel like I've pretty much always done rear, so sounds good to me.
Racing.
All right. So
I'm
going
praised.
through, what do you guys do when you get into this cave at first? I will say that it's you suddenly get kind of another chill of cold, not enough to have to roll for anything, but it's noticeably colder, completely dark, fairly narrow paths, not extremely narrow, maybe gaps of about 5 to 10 feet, and eerily quiet, and feeling almost maybe even a little damp and moist.
Is there any
Can we-
indication that thing might be skittering a boot?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there anything that looks like lives here?
Go ahead and roll, roll, I guess, investigation? Or survival.
What about nature?
Oh, they both suck.
Nature can work.
Okay, actually, survival's better. So
Okay. Okay, looking at everything. Hunter, you've got this kind of Wolverine like smell, just like you're used to, just kind of during your scouting times out in the wilderness and stuff, you're used to the smell of certain furs, and so you are detecting the smell of some kind of fur. Holy crap, nat 20. You see the beast, Rain. It's right there in front of you.
Rain knows the beast's social security number.
You are able to see, a number of you who rolled high on investigation are able to see some evidence of claw marks. Definitely get the sense that some kind of large beast probably makes its home in here.
From the back, Audra like notices people, I guess, kind of slowing down a little bit, like maybe rubbernecking. Why are you all? Why have we stopped? Are we not trying to make haste with this?
Something lives in here.
Oh, fantastic. Any idea what it is?
Do I have an idea? I guess that's not a nature roll.
No, that's an investigation roll. Like, you're definitely able to tell that something lives here, but to determine what, hard to say. With a nat 20, I'll give you that you are able to find a little puff of white fur. Actually, no. Red fur.
Can I try and
When
nature
you-
check it?
When you check it out, you see that it looks like it's actually white fur, but it's stained in blood.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys remember this talk from a couple weeks ago?
Should we?
Can I try and nature check it to like see what I might know about beasts in the area in areas like
Oh,
this?
now I remember.
Yeah. When we
Yeah, if
talked
you-
to the what was the critter?
Catspian.
Yeah.
Caspian.
Oh,
Armiondo.
yeah.
Yeah. He was talking about the blood,
The red yeti.
the red yeti.
But this isn't red, it's just bloodied.
Yeah,
Yeah.
precisely.
don't
So
think
it
it was-
killed something.
I think that's why it's the Red Yeti.
Yeah, I think everything you guys are piecing together is what you'd get with that 23 nature. Like, oh. Okay.
Oh, good.
Although with the 23 nature, you're like, it could also potentially be a bloodied mountain goat.
I'm more worried
could
about
have
the
been
mountain
its
goat
meal.
than I am the Yeti.
I'll pull out Aranta's gift and say, Can we tell the direction which the air current is coming from?
Yep.
It's like, let's just be quiet, watch where you step, and let's just head for the exit.
I'm gonna turn my bow back into my beer.
Okay.
And I'll flick on the wand to pass without trace.
Okay. You go ahead and do that. Hunter, are you still the one marching forward?
I will do the quiet scouting part, yes.
Okay, as you go in quiet scout, I won't need you to roll for this, you'll just see it. You come across, as you're kind of going through narrow channels, you see an opening at some point where you see a bit of water that is frozen, and in this frozen thing, sticking out of it, you see the skeleton of a large creature. And this is where I will bring you over to the map. And so if you would like to move forward, you can.
There's a note on it. I'm gonna signal the group, like...
Yeah, the thing that you see on top of it is a large stone tablet with engravings on it.
Like, on top of it?
On top of the back of this skeleton, yep.
I don't see anything.
Not
You
yet.
might have to scroll.
Yeah, I'm all the way zoomed out.
Oh, really?
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, it's a matter of... Oh.
Where are you? Where'd you go?
Richard, just for... I guess it'll be fine, like, visually for Audra, but just for the record, I will cast light on my sword.
Okay.
Just to say that I have done so.
Okay. Hunter, as you approach closer, you see that this is the skeleton of a large, potentially just the same size as the other white dragon. This is the skeleton of an ancient dragon. And on top of this, you see buried into the ice mounds of... You'd have to get closer to see exactly. It's either silver, platinum, white gold. It looks like it's a mound. It's a hoard of treasure. And on top of it is a large, like 5x5 stone slab that sits on top of this. That rests on the back of this skeleton. And the skeleton is about half in the water, half out of it. Like part of its skull is out of the ice, but all of the treasure itself is underneath the ice. But all of the water around it's completely frozen.
I will turn my beer back into my bow.
Richard, Ryan's token might not have sight turned on in case it was
Okay.
a copy-paste thing.
Okay, let me check.
And FYI, I'm just
Yeah.
going to move around just for sake of showing what Hunter's seeing
can't-
on the stream.
I can't see anything either.
Okay.
Why is the guy without dark vision the only one who can see anything?
Oh, there we are.
So I'm guessing this is like a ledge drop-off.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna creep here and survey the area. How far is this drop-off?
About 5 feet.
Oh, okay, so nothing crazy.
No.
I'm gonna roll a perception, see if there's anything to catch.
Okay. Oh, I was almost on that nat 20.
Yeah.
You don't sense anything at the moment. It seems fairly quiet right now. You're listening around. You don't hear any movement. You don't hear any breathing or growling or anything.
All right, I'll kind of tuck back and whisper back to the group and bring them out.
So,
Maybe
what
we
is
should-
it?
Maybe we should like grab a lot of this before Nora sees it. What do you think?
Nora's right in the center with all those guys. Unless you're... Are you trying to get everybody else away from Nora?
No, that's a bad idea. It's a bad idea.
So who are you talking to then? Because Nora's right, surrounded by everybody else.
You know,
He's just
Audra's
talking
right
to
here.
himself.
Audra's right. Well, yeah, Audra's right here, but I forgot.
Okay.
That that's a that's.
Oh, I thought you were going back and you just didn't update
yeah,
your token.
I am. Yeah. Yes, that is. I'm a little scattered. I apologize. But yeah, I'll collect everybody and bring them over.
Great. So our Yeti story might have killed that.
I don't know if that's what that is. I get the feeling that's our silver dragon friend, usurping leader or something.
Oh.
Can I
Rain's gonna. Sorry, Rain's gonna cast Detect Magic with her wand. Last charge.
Okay.
I believe I still have my once a day detect magic as well in case we need to do something again later. FYI.
Okay. I don't think there's any magic you would detect on it.
Okay, so there's no like. Well, Rain will say, "This isn't an illusion or any magical trap."
All right. Well, what's the call? I can cover from up here while you guys investigate, or I can investigate and y'all cover me.
We have the pass without trace up. We should just keep moving quietly.
Can anyone read that tablet?
I mean, surely we can get something from there. Look at that.
I know that's a big
Yeah,
ass
we-
pile.
Can spend a few minutes collecting some stuff.
What's
Can
the
I do-
ceiling look like in here? Sorry, go ahead.
Which one is it? Stalactites that hang down, or is that
Yeah.
stalagmites?
Stalactites with a T from the top.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's just a number of stalactites. It's this open area is fairly large. The ceiling goes up maybe another 40, 60 feet.
So big enough for the dragon that was upstairs.
Yep, it would certainly have to squeeze through to get through some of the more narrow passages, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Rain, did you already check out to see if it was an illusion or anything?
Yeah,
Yep.
she used Detect Magic. There's nothing around at all. So
All right, so
It's
that's the horde that
real.
we're not allowed to touch, then, huh?
why aren't we allowed to touch it?
Yeah, we.
Oh, because that's
who's
the dragons.
who's to stop us?
Well, the dragon who's on top of the mountain right now, the one that said, I'm going to leave you alone, but if you touch my stuff, I'm going to murder you real foul.
Oh well, its stuff was up there, unless it's got more than one horde.
I think this is the previous dragon's horde.
All right, let's check out that tablet. Let's see what that
What
is.
if we check to see if there's any? Well, you said there was no magic, so I guess that removes alarm spells.
All right,
Right.
I'll scan for physical traps. I'll go.
I was about to say, our rogue, please do the
Yeah.
actual traps.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way over here,
Mhm.
and
Before we
along the way,
sorry.
I'm going to check in detail and all that.
Okay.
Obviously, along the way there, I'm
Yeah,
keeping
yeah.
an eye out for traps too.
Okay, give me that investigation roll
Oh, investigation.
for
That
traps.
one?
Yeah.
Oh,
every time.
should Rain do it?
Well, probably.
16 flat. You do not detect any traps.
Can I help him out with that?
Oh yeah, we talked to it for more than a minute.
29. You look all around, and man, you do a really thorough search. You would see that the tablet up above on there is written in Draconic, and you would see that this is thousands. You'd have to investigate a bit closer. But if you're looking for traps in the ice or anything else, you're looking around, you don't see any traps. You do notice that there's a fair amount of platinum in here. This might not just be thousands of gold worth of stuff. This could be tens of thousands of gold worth of stuff.
Wow.
I don't think we can just leave this here.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Could I kick on my jet boots?
Yep.
And you said there was a hole in the ceiling?
Not a hole in the ceiling, it's a high ceiling, that's all.
Oh, is it in the darkness or anything like that?
Yeah, all this is in darkness. And
Okay.
all of you have dark vision except for Audra, right?
I thought there was
Yeah.
a tunnel up to the surface or something.
Oh, there is a tunnel up to the surface. That's I think you got to explore the map more down here to see where that is. But it's not up; it's
Oh,
sideways.
gotcha.
Richard,
Got it.
I
Okay,
have 10 feet of fall
Okay.
off from light. So basically no, but at least I can walk around without walking into walls.
Anybody able to read this?
Actually, what's her name? Nora's gonna say, okay, I can't really see too well in here. Can you give me my goggles back?
We have light right there on her sword.
Standing next to her.
Okay, sure. Yeah, but that doesn't. It's not very far out. I would much prefer my goggles. Do you really
Okay.
want
Hey,
to?
I'm trying here.
You really want to steal my goggles?
We don't know what they do.
They let me see in the dark.
I mean,
That's
it's
what
just
you're
goggles.
saying.
I have
Just
to be
goggles,
honest
y'all.
with you, Nora. That seems like the exact sort of thing that I should steal from you.
Why? Why are we enemies?
Yeah, right.
Have I
We've
done
gotta-
something to you?
Y'all, we've got to build some trust right now. Let's just. We have most of her stuff anyway. Let's give her the goggles.
Wait,
So
is
she
there
can
any
see.
reason I can't have light going multiple times?
No.
Then I tell her to like hold out her hand and I'll do a. Oh, the spell ends if you cast it again. Yeah, you can only have it going.
Oh.
It's a cantrip.
Is there another one that does light multiple? Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Maybe. Well, listen. Clearly, they don't want you to have them right now, but stay close to me, and you'll at least be able to see in this radius.
Is there a good reason she shouldn't have goggles?
Comes a bit of a flight risk if anything is to pop out.
You know what?
I would rather have all six
Not
of us be
against,
cognizant of
but-
what's going on.
I'm kind of confused as to what I am to you guys at the moment. Am I your prisoner or am I your partner?
New
Yes.
best friend.
I mean, wait, hold up. Out of character. Realistically, what is?
Uneasy ally is the
Yeah.
is the
Yeah, but we've set her free. We don't have a reason to capture her. We just wanted her shit, right?
I don't know if we necessarily want her shit. We more want her expertise and her not to vanish the second she gets her stuff back.
That
Well,
and
a bunch
right
of
now I don't want her running into loot and setting something off.
yeah.
either.
So
Yeah.
the goggles are just like all of her stuff really. It's just insurance. It's just
Yeah.
collateral.
What
It's
if
more
we
like,
hold on to
don't
the
run away.
diamond And she holds on to. She gets her stuff back.
Really,
I
the
also-
long and short of it is, we were planning a heist
Mm-hmm.
later, and we wanted her expertise. But it seems like no one is willing to trust her. So it seems like this is kind of a waste of time. If we can't give her any of her stuff back, and she has no reason to like us,
That's
and she's
what.
kind of our prisoner right
Well, that's
now.
that's kind of my question. Like, why would she be our prisoner? What real risk other than her running off is there of giving her stuff back?
Her stabbing us in the middle of the night while we sleep.
Her going upstairs and
Right,
alerting the
which if-
dragon that we're down
if-
here.
If she perceives us as holding her hostage,
We don't know
That
what
would be more
she's
of a reason.
thinking.
right? Well, okay. Well, that's a good point. She's was encased in ice. All of a sudden, boom! She's awake. We're all there, and we're like, "We've got your bag. Your shit is now our shit. Come with us."
Well,
which is a
one
little-
person did.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to give her the goggles, give her the goggles.
I say
Yeah.
give her the goggles. If we
Heck
want to have an alliance with her, we need to start working with her.
Yeah.
if not,
I
we
agree.
can just kill her and leave her here, or let her go.
Right.
But like, I feel like
Yeah.
this is part of a quest we're going on
Yeah.
right now.
Right.
And we-
Now I'm willing to give her the stuff back.
Yep.
I would love to keep the diamonds, especially, but she might be willing to do that,
Well,
especially since we're looking at a pile of
yeah.
fucking platinum.
Here's a so
Yeah.
there's no, like right now being in potential Yeti stomping grounds, giving the goggles back is just another person that's aware of our surroundings. So
Mhm.
like I think it's best just to have everybody be cognizant,
Yeah.
like I said, and it could be a first step into actually being allies as opposed to this
Right.
this
Prisoner.
clearly we don't trust each other, like that much is clear, and it's okay to say so, you know what I mean? But like
Mhm.
we would ideally be able to trust each other by the time we have to pull off a genie heist.
So with that considered, is there any objection to giving her her stuff back?
What's her stuff?
Her bag
We
of
don't know.
holding?
That's true.
Uh,
we
her,
don't know.
her her bag of holding that included, you guys emptied it out. There was a flask that you guys didn't investigate. There was like the basic adventures kit stuff. There was a magical rope and a magical set of goggles.
I would say if you want to give her back everything aside from the diamonds and her, what's it called, the magic-y thing, her component
Focus,
pouch.
or component pouch. Yeah.
Hmm.
Just
Okay.
as a what's it called, temporary basis.
Yeah. And if combat pops
But again,
off,
what
you
she
can
shouldn't
give her
be
the
our
components.
prisoner though, right? Because that's given prisoner vibes of like
She's not
She
tied
could
up.
also-
She's,
She could also
I mean,
turn
if we're-
invisible and then leave right away.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But like we've set her free and are offering her a gig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she doesn't like us because we've threatened her, and
Right. So like
Yeah, at this point you're kind of in it to some degree.
yeah.
I mean, this is the situation. This is the modern day. Like, come on, man, just give me a gun, and like when the time, you know what I mean. And it's like, sure, when the monster shows up, here's your weapon. You know what I mean?
all right, if you want to give her everything except for the diamonds, go for it. We could say the diamonds can be exchanged for her not being in frozen hell. I feel like that should give us more goodwill, but it's been really spent poorly so far.
All right.
Like, she was condemned to ice hell for eternity, and she's like, "Yeah, but what have you done for me lately?"
All right. With that in mind,
Well, I think because it started with her first waking moment was, "We're taking your stuff, we're not giving back," and she's completely selfish
She
and loves her
wasn't gonna
stuff.
use it.
In any
Alright.
case,
all right, Nora. I know we kind of had a weird, shaky start. I think now is as good a time as any to kind of get on the same page and you know start trusting each other. Are you? Do you agree on that?
sure. I mean, if you want to hire me for a job, then all right.
We definitely do. That's on down the pipe. But
I
you
mean,
know,
I was really disappointed that you guys didn't want to go steal from that dragon, but I'm feeling less disappointed now that I see a big horde right next to an all dragon.
I agree. So, I'm gonna give you your bag back. I am gonna keep these diamonds because we do need those. But we're again looking at a big old pile of platinum, so no hard feelings there. Is that amicable?
Yeah.
All right. Shake on it. All right.
And that's when she
Insight check.
poisons you.
She had a little tack in the center of her hand.
Oh, I need to quote Hamlet real fast.
Yeah, with the 20 insight, you can tell that she's still a bit uneasy about can I trust these guys or not, and everything you've been told up until this point is that she's completely selfish and a kleptomaniac. So you don't really have the vibes to trust her all that much either, but, I mean, better to have her as a quasi-ally than an outright enemy, so...
Mhm.
That's
I
fair.
have deleted her bag of holding from my inventory and have clicked and dragged it to drop it into her inventory.
Alrighty. So she gets that, puts on her goggles, and starts looking around. And
Disappears.
she is gonna she's gonna go over and start inspecting this thing as well. She's gonna look up, kind of hop up on this thing, and be like, any of you guys know Draconic?
I might know someone who does. And Anwar's going to reach into this bag of holding and retrieve Looky Loo.
Looky Loo, you pull him out, holding him activates him, and he starts going like, "We're not in the designated area! Alert! 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 Alert!" And then you just hear a coming from this direction.
Oh,
Put it away!
Oh.
Put it away!
I'm gonna summon my echo.
I guess
Gonna
Major
have to
was
work
still
out
up.
that.
What did I say my weapon was at this point?
You last said your bow. I couldn't tell if you were joking or not.
Okay. As much as I'd love to capitalize on that uncertainty, I think I'm stuck with the bow for now.
Okay. Up to you guys. What do you all do once you hear that roar coming from a direction of the cave that you haven't explored yet?
Is it coming from in front of us, behind us?
In front of us, or sorry, in front of you.
You said from this area here?
Yeah, this area.
Gotcha.
Rain's gonna run over here and take some cover.
Hunter's going to similarly do that and post up with his bow.
Yeah, I should also say you definitely start hearing like boom, 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 like starting to head your way with that.
I'm gonna knock
Can-
a dum-dum arrow.
Yeah, can we ready actions at all? Or?
You can ready actions. You can roll to hide. Whatever you want to do.
Oh, in that.
I'm readying a cantrip.
Okay.
I'll prep a lightning launcher.
Okay.
Richard, this is me down under the ridge, not standing on it. Just FYI, like back to it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Question: how long did it take Anwar to dig?
For everybody, the monster itself was only around for 10 minutes. We'll say all in all, it took you guys about an hour to get to where you were.
Okay. Were we all digging collectively, or was that a short rest for anybody?
I don't know. I'm not sure if that was a short rest for anybody, unless there was anybody who was like, I can't pickaxe. I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
I think
Just-
the idea was that we were all.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. I just want to clarify because it's whether or not I have channel divinities back because I don't want to cheat. You know?
Yeah. I think everybody was saying we just got to get out of here, and
That's
everybody was
totally
moving, so-
fine. I just want to make sure that
Yeah.
like I said, don't double dip.
All right. So it looks like Hunter, Rain, and Anwar kind of camping out behind something. Audra and Kamira, what are you doing?
I think I might have the beast direction wrong. Is it coming from the east or the south?
It's coming from the south.
Okay, I was wrong. My bad. let's go here.
Okay.
Actually,
What is Nora doing?
That is a
Yeah.
good question. She's got her component pouch back.
does she
Think so.
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck into the money to hide?
She goes invisible.
Oh, of course she does. Oh wait, I can
mean-
still see her. I have detect magic. Ha bitch.
Yeah, with that, you you just see the outline of someone just kind of running real quick over this way. At some point, she escapes your range of 30 feet, but yeah.
Yeah. I want her to know that I was looking at her the whole time.
Alrighty. So, Kamira and the Echo, you're staying where they are?
Echo will stay there. Kim will back up a little bit and like crouch down and use her shield to like stabilize like a lineup shot for Gunblade, I guess.
Okay. Not long after, just boom, 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 you see, kind of standing out, kind of on the ledge here, kind of with the arm over the thing, just kind of hanging over, like, gonna look around. Is everybody? So I guess Kamira, you're not trying to hide right now.
No, it's kind of under the impression everybody was preparing attacks, but
Yeah, we are.
here we are. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, then I'm
Okay,
not hiding.
so you see that it is locking eyes with Kamira. What does everybody do?
I shoot
Right.
it in the eye that is locking upon me.
Yeah, there's my ready
dum-dum arrow.
action.
Am I able to bonus action aim on that, or is it just flat?
If it's a prepared action, it's just an attack.
Richard, I guess my ready to action would be a Toll of the Dead cantrip.
Okay, you want to hold off till someone else attacks with that?
Yeah. I'm just letting you know, just so we declare what we're doing.
Okay.
It's gonna be mine. It's gotta be. I think they dropped the range to 60 feet on it anyway.
Okay.
So.
Let's see. What kind of save does it need for that psychic? That is
Intelligence.
intelligent. That makes sense. Ooh, it fails that. Yetis ain't too smart.
For the Dum Dum arrow, does 18 hit?
Oh yeah.
Luckily,
All
this
right.
isn't
It has to
Professor
make a
Yeti.
charisma saving throw.
Oh, it subtracts a D4 from the next saving throw.
Nice.
Nice.
It definitely fails the
Alright.
charisma save as well.
For the next minute? Yeah, for the next minute, it has to deduct a D4 from any rolled attack, roll, or saving throw.
Dude, heck yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
We are stacking
Very
this perfectly. This poor Yeti, he's got no game and he's dumb.
Does a 17 hit?
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's 12 total lightning damage from the lightning launcher on the far end.
Nice. And how much damage did the bow do?
Oh, that's a good question. Do the Dum Dum arrows do any damage, or is it just the Dum Dum
It still takes.
injection?
It's. I mean, is it just attached to a regular arrow? Is it a magical enchantment? It's been forever since I gave you that. I don't remember.
It's like a poison, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just
Yeah,
a
then you
regular
just.
arrow.
Yeah, it's just the regular arrow damage.
12.
Nice.
Oh, and I'm gonna tack sneak attack onto that.
Because you're hidden.
I sure am.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Oh my
All right,
god.
28 damage, plus debuffed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit.
Goddamn. Okay, and then Chimera, you hit as well. Okay. 15 more fire damage to it.
And look
And
at that gun.
Audra, did you do
What?
anything?
Yes. Wisdom save, please.
Wisdom save.
He's not charismatic, he's not smart. Let's see if he's wise.
Let's see.
Watch him be wearing like a ring that like jumps all those stats.
Nope, he's not wise.
All right, then he's getting told of the dead. Toll the dead. I always say that spell name wrong. He's going to take 3d12 necrotic.
Goddamn.
Yeah, cantrip. It scales.
Is it 3d6 or 2d6? I thought it was level 11 that it goes
Are you
to.
talking to me?
Is it 3d12 or is it 2d12? I thought it was level
Oh, you're right.
11 that it jumps up.
Yeah, we're level 10. My bad.
2d12.
So it's 2d12.
One more level though, and then we can roll
Still.
3 dice.
Still 2d12 necrotic. Oh,
Wow!
19 necrotic.
Jeez.
Wow.
This
wow.
poor Yeti, all he was doing was trying to respond to a notification from Microsoft
Right.
Clippy, and he just walked into hell.
Yeah. This guy is this guy's like a legendary force to be reckoned with, and you guys are just friggin' annihilating him.
He just walked in and got hit with a sound effects library. Just,
As a testament to how powerful he is, though,
Oh,
you
man.
give him all of that, and he's still standing and fucking pissed. With that, he is going to use a legendary to move half his move speed.
No.
Oh, he's probably
But
got
don't.
lair
Alright,
too, doesn't he?
Or I guess that would just be a move speed for a legendary. So 1, 2. Okay, this was moving really clunkily. Let's try that again.
It looked like he was doing a little skating.
Here's where we find out that he heals from eating gold.
Oh, that would be the worst.
There we go. Okay. So that's his legendary. Now let's roll for initiative.
We knew you well, Chimera.
Well, you know.
I'm so glad I have no spell slots.
I'm actually still doing kind of okay.
Welcome to the
so
team.
We got heals, guys.
Richard was like, "You guys found a cave. We should have just been like, we burrow through the cave."
Oh, okay.
Good rolls though.
Yeah.
Might be worth it to use my last 4th level slot.
You guys, we just fought like a Deva like 5 minutes ago. I think we're all right. Unless this guy turns into the dragon upstairs, then I'll be concerned.
I was about to say,
The dragon bones come to life.
Yeah, then I'd be like, all right.
Don't give him
now we're in.
ideas.
Fucking like Draco Lich thing.
Oh God.
All I'm picturing
You
is
hurt my pet.
I'm just picturing the Sekiro ape. Like we kill this thing and then it just picks up its head again and keeps
The
going.
centipede comes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never playing that fucking game.
Oh, it's so good. It's so
I don't need
good.
that in my life.
Sid, it's so good.
1, 2, 3. Oh, and there's somebody I forgot to roll for.
Nora.
Yep.
Wherever she is.
Wherever she is.
Tijuana.
You know, weirdly, I could hit her if I wanted to, even though she's invisible.
That'd be fun.
But-
Though. She starts running. No, whack.
I could, but nah, it's all right.
Alrighty. So first up is Nora, and she does something. Rain, you're up.
She leaves. It's okay. You know, just because.
Oh, sorry. Actually, technically, there was a turn there. Legendary Yeti's going through and is gonna try to wreck Kamira's shit with a swipe. With a big old claw. Oh, nat 20.
I'm going to use Shadow Martyr. So I'm gonna reach out, and that echo that was posted up across the room teleports in front of me, and Yeti hits Echo.
Yeah, it looks like it would have ripped her frickin' head off if she had not vanished. Alright, good use of that. So the echo is now gone for right now. Alright, now...
Jutsu? Like,
Huh?
you just like substitution jutsu, like a log appeared in front of you?
Yeah.
Kind of. I gotta just like, hey Echo, and I just gotta put her wherever the fuck I want to take a
Yes,
hit.
Kamira. Ah!
That's so fucked up.
I'm never gonna nat 20 on you guys again, between all the silvery barbs and everything else. In any case, Rain, it's your turn.
It's for shits and giggles, I'm gonna try and extract its name. So I need a wisdom saving throw.
Betty.
Okay.
Betty the Yeti.
Oh, I guess I probably couldn't have been able to do that technically.
Oh.
Oh, you can't. You only do
It's-
it to another person.
It's another creature that you can
Oh,
see.
yeah, you
and
can't
it's
do it for
before
yourself.
the attack roll is made.
Okay.
You know what though? I'm gonna
I've
I'm
got-
gonna spend
look,
a third level on
I've-
silvery
hey,
barbs.
I got 98 hit points.
Not for
You
long.
don't know how much damage that thing
want
does,
to
especially on a
say-
crit.
That's
No,
true,
I'm
I
y-
don't.
I'm using a silvery barbs, especially on a nat 20.
Yeah. It's called the Red Yeti for a reason.
If it was a normal hit, I probably wouldn't. The nat 20 scares me.
I thought you were gonna say if it was a
Um,
normal Yeti.
Okay, so now that's a 24.
I mean, yeah, that
And
is.
it's not a crit.
Yeah.
That's
Now
not a crit.
now we find out what I saved you from because it would be double this.
That's true.
Yeah.
96. What? Or it's like 2.
That is 14 slashing damage
Okay.
and no cold damage.
That's right.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Did this account for the negative D4 for attack rolls?
Oh, no.
Well, I
It
guess
still
you're
would have
right.
it,
hit.
it,
still
it
go
would,
to
it would
20.
still be over 20.
yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. I think it rolled on the low end because I think you might have taken 20 something doubled, which would have been 40 something.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
Oh, it's over
Um,
there then.
Anyways, that's one swipe.
Oh.
Alrighty. So, with that all out of the way, Rain, it's your turn.
Okay, yeah. Its name.
Oh, right, its name. So it needs to make a what save?
Wisdom saving throw DC 17.
DC 17, and that is minus a D4.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it fails.
Yay! What's its name?
Let me ask real quick.
It could even be like a legendary name for this creature from way back when, and I just learned it or something.
Yeah, let's see. His name is Himalaya.
Himalaya. Okay. Well then, Himalaya. Let's see. What would be best to do here? I am going to cast. I'm gonna cast Psychic Lance to my last 4th level slot.
What the fuck is that?
Whoa,
that's
that's
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
dice.
dice.
So it needs to make a DC 17 Intelligence saving throw.
Minus a D4.
That's so many dice, Artem.
What was that about? No spell slots?
That was my last 4th level.
Oh.
Psychic. Lance,
It fails, so it takes 33 psychic damage.
I'm also going to use, now that I know its name, I'm going to use the Disillusion Resonant Utterance. So it is going to take an additional 3d8 force
What
damage.
the fuck?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that rules.
Oh man, you've racked its proportionately little brain.
I like to think that like the flavor behind the Resonant Utterance is that saying its name made the Psychic Lance real, and that's why it did force damage.
It is, it's gonna use its last legendary. It can't move over to, but it's thrashing out in pain, and it's gonna take one more swipe out at
It
Chimera.
failed, right? So it's incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Oh, well then, never mind.
No actions or reactions. I don't know where legendary actions fit into that, but I assume legendary actions.
Actions is an action. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
an action.
I feel like it falls under action.
Yep. Alrighty, so that was Rain's turn. Very, very good. Hunter.
All right. Bonus action aim.
'Kay.
Shooty to bow.
That hits.
19, we've
Is that the name of your
established
bow?
It's my bow. Yeah, when it's
Shooty to
when
bow.
it's in no, it's very good. Sorry, and then where is it? Right there. Sneak attack. 22 damage.
Very nice.
Yeah. Ooh, very good. With that strike into its neck area, I would officially call it bloodied now.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. Anything else? That's Hunter. Yeah, because you can't
That's
move or
me.
anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Chimera.
It's a bonus action. I don't want to fucking be here,
Okay.
so I'm swapping. And we're gonna make 2 sword attacks with the Echo. Plus 10? Plus 10. I should know this by now.
Nice.
17 and 20.
Yeah, both hit.
I wonder if the Echo knows it's the Echo.
I think canonically it does.
I think at this
Well,
point I
it
do
doesn't
too.
know until the moment it's been pulled into a new reality. Like, oh fuck, I'm the Echo. 26 damage. Yeah, really good hits. You're just slicing across and it's bleeding out.
The Echo never gets
That's
to eat
me.
the wind dinners, you know? It never gets,
Alrighty.
gets pulled out from the Sunday bar.
Anwar, it's looking real bad. You guys have been plowing into it, although it's a strong motherfucker, but it can only take so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna launch up in the air and head over this way and take 2 shots at its kind of back shoulder area.
Okay.
With the lightning launcher.
Okay.
Oh, that's a natural 1.
Ooh, how far away are you?
He is 40 feet.
Ah.
Can't help there. Pew! You shoot and it kind of misfires off and hits the Echo.
God damn it!
You
It's
almost
always
shot
the same.
Chimera.
Good
But I
thing you
do.
swapped.
16 lightning damage on the second one.
Okay, yep. Oof, yeah. Alright. Alright, it's hurt real bad. It's not down, though.
I
So-
will say I'm about 10, 15 feet in the air.
So it is currently incapacitated. Can it do anything on this turn? Or...
It can move, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Oh gosh, looking all around. It wouldn't really know to look behind it so much. Anwar did fly off that way and hit it. With
What
that,
if, as a reaction, I start beating my my sword to my shield just to make noise?
I think the one it's most pissed out right now is actually Hunter.
Oh.
It's gonna like try to get up in your business between these two things.
That's fine.
But it can't really do anything other than move though.
And as a reaction, I'm gonna dip.
Can you do that unless it attacks you?
Oh yeah, if it ends its turn within
Oh.
5 feet.
Yep. So it's kind of running through to chase you, and you are running away.
Nope.
And roll. He just Dark Soul rolled out of there.
Oh, I cartwheel. I cartwheel and give him a.
Audra, you're up.
I want to move closer just to get a better vantage point. I didn't see my sword on screen, Richard. But I'd like to pop that, please. It might be in the darkness
Okay.
somewhere.
Yep. Boop.
Thank you. Sister Blade's gonna come out right there, and it's gonna stab Yeti in the back, or at least attempt to.
Okay.
I'm guessing an 11 is not a hit. But that's okay.
Unfortunately
That's
not.
still a bonus action. So as an action, he's gonna get another Toll the Dead. So can I get another Wisdom save from him, please?
Well, yep, minus a d4. That's definitely a fail.
All right. So at least he's gonna take 11 more necrotic damage.
All right, another solid hit on this thing is really not looking good. Okay. It is Nora's turn. Just gonna look over her sheet real quick. Okay. You're not sure what she does. How long is this thing, like, totally incapacitated? When can it start doing legendaries again?
Until the end of my turn. So.
All
the
right,
end of
well,
my
it is your
current
turn now.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want to hear. So knowing that it's going to be able to take actions and stuff, I'm going to just move. Not here. So
Sound
Green
strategy. Perfect.
we'll run over here.
Okay.
And then I should save the fifth slot. I'm saving it. That's probably a bad idea. All right. I'm going to cast Mind Sliver as a cantrip on it. So, intelligence saving throw.
Okay, what's the DC on that?
17.
Thanks to the D4, yeah, I don't know why I rolled that no matter what. It was gonna make it. It fails.
I'm also going to tack on the Disillusion again. So, let me roll that real quick and do some extra damage with my cantrip. Yay!
And does that make it so it's unable to do anything again?
No, that
Okay.
was just part of the actual spell I cast last time. This is just
Okay.
extra damage, so 12 more
Nice.
force.
All right. Very nice. Did you say? Oh, you said 12 more. Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. Hunter, this thing is chasing you. Also, I would say that it is going to use its legendary after, because once Rain's thing's done, it can start moving again. It's going to continue chasing you, and it's going to try to get up on top of you. And now it's your turn, and it is looking ready to stomp at you.
That's cool. How do I want to do this? I look up at it, and I pull out the grapple gun and shoot right above me, and zip up to the ceiling.
Okay, you will exit its threatened square doing that.
I will, which would be a problem, except I pull the Dagger of Poisoning Mind out and slash at it.
Oh, nice. Alrighty, roll to hit. That hits.
Alright, now I'm not going to roll it. It's 1d4 plus 4 piercing. Okay. Is that right? Okay, yeah. There you go. So 8. I wouldn't have any reason to add sneak attack, right?
No.
Okay. Cool. And now I'm standing on the ceiling, giving him another one of these, and I knock an arrow.
Okay. So that's 8 piercing to it. Oh yeah, you slice it right across like the nose area as you're going up. It's really not looking good. It's looking very weak at this point. And so you're 30 feet up in the air, kind of like dangling on the.
Oh
thing
no,
currently.
I'm standing on the ceiling.
Oh, you're standing on the ceiling. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
If you can give some kind of token for your thing.
Oh.
That.
Let's see.
So yeah, you go up so fast it can't do it because of your mobility. Let's see. Anything? No, I can only. Okay. It's gonna try to, like, when it sees that you go up, it's gonna be really furious, and since it can't go up there, it is gonna start looking around, and it's gonna use its legendary to go up to Anwar.
Sorry, Anwar.
Chimera.
You muted, Sid.
All I made
Could
out
tell
was the
what
shit.
Yep. Understood that
There
part.
was a few. I'm running forward and summoning Echo.
Okay.
Bonus. Echo rolls up maybe whoop right there.
Okay.
And she going to attack.
All right, gets that +1 for flanking.
Yeah.
Yeah, both those hit.
Oh, nice. Can I use Orcish Fury on the first one to get an additional damage die?
Yep.
Ooh.
Height. So it's 3d.
Wait, that's just a thing you can do? You can just hit harder?
It's a part of something that I have.
That's awesome.
27.
Nice. Oh gosh. Cutting into its back, starting to bleed out in its kidney areas. It can't hold out much longer at this point. It's on its last legs. He's starting to kind of lean down a little bit. Is that it for your turn?
Unfortunately, yes. I can't
Okay.
get close enough.
All right. Good move on you. Got its attention. Gonna use its last legendary to spin around and try to bite her head off. That is a 17.
She's still standing, I think. Hold on. That might meet it. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, it's 18. Her AC is 18.
Oh. clangs with the shield. Tries to get in, can't do it. And now it's back his
Get it,
turn
girl.
to Anwar. Anwar, what do you do?
See, I was hoping that the Echo would die,
Are you
so
about to
that
kill
I wouldn't be the one to kill
Kill
it.
the
I'm sorry.
I love that this Echo gets like this epic clash with the Yeti, but the other one that you pulled in just got immediately bamfed out.
Such is the nature of the Echo.
Like, when they're all sharing stories, the one's like, I appeared and died.
Oddmar has yet to use, and has yet to use this in a very long time, his once per day ancestral bloodline trait of burning hands.
Do
The
it.
second this thing turns around, he's just gonna have that like Mandalorian flamethrower just go catch that whole thing on fire.
Oh, it's
I need
gonna
it,
fuck
right?
up the pelt.
I need a deck save.
Okay.
Uh,
That's a fail.
Oh, nice
Hey.
damage. 13 fire
Bonus.
damage.
Teen fire. Oh.
Embrace
Echo's
your
gone.
true nature. Burn it.
I would say actually if you wanted to like aim upwards on it that you wouldn't hit the echo.
What's that? Sorry, I'm getting a weird connection. You want me to kill both of them? That's what I heard.
it's the only option.
The thing is becoming on flames and it's roaring and
Oh, that's
Thrashing
why it's
about.
the red Yeti. Now it makes sense.
yep. It's gonna spin around and it's gonna do something it hasn't had a chance to do yet.
Oh, sure. Now it has the special move.
Murder. It's got a chance
Because
to murder
this is the
someone.
first time it's finally been able to do something on its turn.
Power word kill.
It is going to use Killing Gaze.
What the fuck?
And it's gonna look at you straight in the eyes with fury as it's completely drenched in blood all over and on flames, and it looks down on you, striking a terror into your eyes. I need you. This actually makes you do a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Okay,
nice.
Very
okay.
nice.
There you go.
Let's see.
I don't like the term deathly gaze though. That's
Yeah.
sounds dangerous.
And Richard's gonna be like, this only does a quarter less of its normal damage.
It sounds.
I actually needed you to beat a DC 30. Sorry.
Deathly gaze sounds dangerous and Republican.
It's Chilling Gaze, and the
Chilling
way
Gaze.
that it is written, it looks like it does absolutely nothing to you. It could have done a ton of cold damage and paralyzed you for a minute, but instead it looks like it's save or suck, and you saved.
Well, it
Mean
looks
mug
like-
right back.
It looks
Oh,
like the
sorry.
cold never bothered me anyways.
I like to imagine that it
How'd you do that?
roars in Anwar's face, and he's just like, I have to clean that now.
Or like the little like slots where his eyes are closed. It's like, shing, did you do something?
But it looks like it's gearing up, ready with its legendaries to frickin' thrash the shit out of you now. Audra, you're up. It's looking real bad,
Yeah.
but it's also looking extremely furious and ready to wreak havoc on Anwar.
Yeah,
What do you do?
Well, Sister Blade's gonna move and try to stab it again, and that's definitely a hit.
Oh yeah.
All right, it's gonna take. Let me check something here. I think I can only do my extra damage on a melee hit. My divine strike. Does spiritual weapon count as a weapon attack, or is
Yeah,
it
melee
still-
weapon
What's it
attack.
say?
Yeah.
Or spell weapon attack, I
It's,
think.
yeah,
right?
it says
Spell.
make a melee spell attack, so that would not be a weapon attack,
I'm
right?
pretty sure for the
yeah.
thing you're talking about, you can tack it onto anything you do.
Just go ahead and do the thing.
Can I do
I'll
it?
give it to you.
All right. Okay, so that means it's gonna do a D8 of force, as well as a D8 of radiant.
nice.
Yeah. For 7. I'm guessing it's still going. And if
Well,
so,
if you have another thing, go for it.
I do. Give me
we'll
another
see.
wisdom save, because it's still a bonus to move the sword and do all that. That spell is rules. I love spiritual weapon.
Okay. So that's gonna be a failure.
Okay. And let's add 2 more d12s of necrotic for 19 necrotic damage. Oof.
All right, Tony. Between those two moves, describe how you want to do this.
Yes, I had such a cool image for it. I was hoping it would work. So, this thing rears around to do that chilling gaze toward Anwar. So it's it's all swiping, it's all angry, and Anwar can see it's bearing down. So Anwar braces for it, puts his shield up, closes his eyes, whatever. But then nothing hits him, and when he looks up, he just sees the sister blade just through the thing's head, just it's that killed from behind saving move, and it just
oh, nice.
At the same time, it grabs its head and necrotic pain, and it just goes over.
And it is deaderific. And with that, we are out of combat.
Hunter will look for a long way down. He'll just walk around the ceiling, all the way down.
With that falling, Anwar would like to use his lantern revealing.
Okay.
So anyone who is within 30-foot radius of him and invisible is now visible.
Who could that be?
Anyone in a 30-foot radius? Okay, so you don't see Nora. What you do see is a little spectral hand that is pulling a tooth out of the dragon head, and you just see the hand just kind of floating away off over towards this direction.
Seriously?
Nora, come on out.
She'll drop her invisibility. What? Looks like you guys had that under control.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you wonder why we can't trust you.
What? You were expecting me to fight that thing?
I mean, we did have it covered. For future reference, team effort would be nice.
Okay, I didn't know. You never said that.
Well, I thought it should be implied, right?
What, just because I'm a thief, you think that I can fight? I spend all my efforts trying not to get caught so I don't have to fight.
That's
You have a reputation. You know how to handle yourself in a scrap.
If I
You're
have
wanted.
to. If I have to. I didn't have
You're
to.
just selfish.
Not the first time I've been called that. Anyway, let's see what this is all about.
Yeah, let's do that. And Hunter's going to grab some fistfuls of platinum.
Oh, you can't do that currently. It's encased in ice. You'd have to start melting ice or chisel away at it or something. All the stuff is beneath the ice.
Gotcha, I misunderstood. In that case, I'm going to roll a survival check and start field dressing this here thing.
It is so freaking huge.
And of course, Q line, and I thought it smelled bad on the outside.
Nice.
You go ahead and start doing that. The Yeti as a large monster, certainly some of that could potentially fetch you a pretty penny. The question is transporting it. You still have a crag cat thing that I think you had to leave somewhere else. It's just like a big...
Oh, the crag cat hide, I had initially said I stuffed it in the
I
Not
got it in
portable
my
hole.
bag of holding.
Oh, you
Yeah,
do it?
thank
Okay.
Got it in here. Crag, cat, hide.
Okay.
That and like my brewer supplies. I think I threw in there.
Okay.
So the stuff's frozen under the ice, right?
Yeah, but it's
But-
not too far down. It's only like 5 to 10 feet down. Like you could definitely
But-
get it.
There's a large draconic tablet sitting on the back or
Yep.
underneath the. Tell me, I was gonna do this in Curse of Strahd, but tell me if I can with a cantrip. Minor Illusion lets me make a 5x5x5 illusion. Basically a square. Can I make it so that I am on the inside of it, but when you look at it from the inside, it looks like we are looking at basically the library from the temple? Can I make a tiny volume like they have on the Mandalorian with Anwar's smartiness and technology?
Being on the inside
5 feet
of my
of that
illusion.
space. Like if you were to block out 5 feet of the area, because otherwise your illusion is tons of feet.
No, it's
Now I get what you're trying to do. I don't think it works that way. I think that like you can make a 5-foot square of something if you were to put it in there. Like I think you can't give the illusion of it being like a 30 or 40 foot space if it's only a 5-foot. Like I don't think minor illusion's meant to work that way.
okay.
Because otherwise you could just say, "Oh, I put a minor illusion over someone's eyes, and now they feel like they're in a vast open space." Like you could cheese that
Oh,
so
you mean
much.
a VR headset?
Yeah, yeah. It's not a VR headset. You can't do that.
I guess. I mean, they could move their head. But yeah. Okay.
Now we could. Oh, we'd have to get all the way back into the library.
You could make it seem like it's in a 5-foot box, like, but it would have to think about why is it, like if you had put a 5-foot box inside the library, it could think it was inside the 5-foot box in the library, maybe, but it couldn't see the entire library around it.
Okay.
Now, if
I
you
don't
do a
have any
5-foot
ways.
tile and I do a 5-foot tile, we could build a corner.
No, if I can't project an image or the image of the inside or the interior, then it's a no-go. Yeah. Rain, do you have any ways of understanding Draconic?
I do not.
We don't know any Dragonborns because they don't exist in this setting.
At least not anywhere around here. You haven't seen any Dragonborns.
This may sound silly, but I could try to convince it to not care about not being in the library.
Go for it. And Anwar will pull out Lucky Lou.
This is not the right area. You've taken me outside of the designated area. Alert!
I know we have-
Alert! Alert!
Hey,
Alert!
Looky Lou, it's okay. That doesn't really matter, because you see, the world is the library. Because what is a library other than an area for information, right? We've just expanded your library. Roll the bullshit?
I guess you could try to do that. I did specifically put something in the archives about how you can reprogram a thing, and that's not how you do it.
I will look that up in the meantime.
I mean, technically, we wouldn't have access to it unless we read it beforehand.
Yeah, unless you were reading it earlier.
Oh, that's true.
You give a 20 persuasion. It's like, you give a compelling argument for what could be a but I was specifically designed for that part of that library. That's what I'm made for. I am not in the designated area. This appears to be some kind of cave. This is not sanctioned by the
That's
clerics.
true.
This is not okay.
Actually,
That's true. What's in this
Actually-
cave?
Actually, hold on. Miss Chimera,
Hmm.
you are the arbiter of the temple, correct?
The temple is mine, yes.
So everything that it touches and is connected to
It's my kingdom.
is your domain.
I'm the
So-
ice queen here.
So, in a way, you just created an addition to the library.
That is quite correct. We did burrow through. It's an expansion.
You understand we are expanding the library right now,
Making the library bigger.
so more people can read and learn. This is our first new piece of the
And
library.
that's your queen telling you that. You have to follow orders, right?
I don't make the rules, she
Ex-
does.
She does.
This
An
got
expansion of the library. I am detecting how far away we are. It does seem like this is expanded off of the library. So if this is indeed an expansion, but what is this about? You being the arbiter of the temple? Can you prove this? And you just see like the glass kind of frost over on the top and bottom as it looks like an eye that's just like prove.
Prove. I didn't want to show Miss. Oh, I guess it doesn't look like the staff anymore because I hid it away as the dart.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now
I
it just looks like a wand kind of dart.
Yeah,
thing.
I'll just pull that
Compare-
out. I
Compared
guess.
to archival photos
be like-
of Arbiter.
So it looks over. If you sanction this as an extension of the library, then it is indeed part of the library.
I do.
I find these parameters acceptable.
Tight.
Lucky Lou, you're gonna be great. You're gonna be
You're
seeing
gonna be-
so much expansion on the library. You're not gonna believe how big this library is gonna get.
There's gonna be miles.
Let's see here.
Oh, guys, this is
I don't want hands.
this is something.
I see.
I wasn't gonna attempt it, but then I was like, hold on.
You
We're
smelled the
connected.
bullshit.
I'm
thought,
glad you
yeah.
mentioned it though, because I was like, don't. That's
It's
my
bullshit
library.
with an aftertaste of, well, technically.
All right. So first off, here it is in Draconic,
Woo!
and then
That makes perfect sense.
you get the Looky Lou. Then
Ilta
what was I gonna say?
order. Thutha V.
He translates it.
The real. Oh,
In the twilight of my years, as I stand upon the precipice of the great beyond, I find myself reflecting upon the life I have lived. A life that, while storied and grand, has left me with one lingering regret: the wealth I could have amassed. Had I ventured further, pushed harder, and dedicated more of my time to the pursuit of riches, my hoard would have been unmatched. To my beloved daughter Avarice, it is my fervent hope that you never uncover the resting place of my remains, for I bequeath to you none of my treasure. This hoard is mine and mine alone. My wish for you is to forge your own path and amass a trove that eclipses even the majesty of my own. In doing so, you shall bring honor to my memory and make me eternally proud. Be warned, my child, and all who may happen upon my hoard. Should any covetous hand dare to grasp at my treasures, a curse shall fall upon them. A curse born of the unrelenting fury of countless ages, a haunting reminder of my wrath. Let the treasure rest undisturbed, and let ambition drive you to create your own legacy far beyond the shadows of my own. This has been the Draconic Tablet reading by Lucky Lou.
Now I've got one question. And we can think back, we can roll history checks if we need to, but has a curse ever stopped me doing something?
I don't
If
know,
I
does this
recall
dragon have any
correctly,
soap?
you and Audra both secreted like curses upon yourself.
I totally don't have a curse token still embedded in the token of my sword.
Now, we already detected magic and found nothing, right?
Yep.
Yes, but curses can, if properly hidden, not be detected by even magic.
Think to yourself just briefly, can we take on a Draco Lich right now?
So let's sleep on it.
You're took a long time.
I mean, I'm still at full hit points, y'all.
All
More-
50.
More importantly,
59, please. I've grown up since then.
more importantly, did you not take something from this, Nora?
I didn't take any of its treasure.
So the
That's true.
Are you
dragon
sure?
bonus
Took a chunk of its
that
skull.
game.
I don't know if you've seen that one pirate movie, but they like took some treasure and then they were turned into like skeletons by nighttime. Something to think about.
Rain, you don't sense anything from this horde here?
Not magical, but there are ways to hide this.
Not
Not
to
every-
indulge Hunter's unrelenting greed, but he could be lying.
Do I have a problem?
No, you don't have a problem, Hunter. People would say the same to me. It's not.
He might have a problem.
Oh shit, I got a problem.
It's not a problem to want things.
Take it from me, another thief that got killed in my pursuit of greed.
Wow, I'm not a
You're
thief.
fine.
I'm a scout.
First step into it. Getting help.
All right.
You have a
I'm
problem.
not trained in sleight of hand. I just have advantage, okay? It's different.
Is this something we want to chance? Not talking shit about current employment, but employment hasn't exactly been paying us. I don't want to be cursed for eternity, but I also super don't want to steal from a dragon specifically.
I mean, Audra can remove curses. She is a cleric.
And with this amount of money,
Can you just out of curiosity, can you just drop the verbiage of that particular thing?
It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
Me?
You just remove curse.
Yeah, it's literally remove curse is the name of the spell.
But you would have to do it on every single fucking piece of it, wouldn't you?
Ooh.
If it is. In
Oh,
fact-
I meant more so. Well, oh yeah, no, you got.
You meant more towards the people
I meant towards the
afterwards,
people,
is
but
what you
that-
were thinking.
But then we're paying. But then we're handing like shopkeepers cursed money.
Right, because the curse to remove the curse from the object has to be cast on the object.
Right. Yeah.
Guys, we don't know that there's a curse at all. It could be a big bluff. What, we're
Could
supposed
be.
to take it seriously just because it's a dragon?
Dragons are quite powerful.
Okay. If somebody, I already have. Never. I already have remove curse ready to go. So I would just need to get a. We'd still have to long rest because it's a 3rd level spell. But if we want to make camp here, we can try in the morning. And if someone starts getting like horrible curse attacks, I can pull them back from the brink.
Guys, I just saw you cut down an abominable yeti like it was Swiss cheese. What are you worried about?
A curse.
curse.
Here's the
Okay,
thing,
but
Nora.
are you seriously worried that you won't be able to handle it?
I
Yes.
just know for a fact I can't handle it until we get in a nice rest. I am a bit tapped on that particular brand of magic for the day.
Well, let's make camp here. It's going to be nightfall by the time we get out of here.
I have to be honest
Also,
with you, Nora. I was
our
going
luck
to
is a
suggest the same
spectrum.
thing. That's true. Nora, I
Like
must
the
be
luck
honest.
is either fine or it's not.
Nora, I was intending to suggest the same thing, in fact.
Is it warm
Okay.
enough here where we won't have to make constant saves, or is it?
If you make a fire, it is. There's not enough wind chill to blow out a fire right now.
Well, if we did want to make a fire, we do have dinner.
Oh.
You think about eating that?
That's a monster. You eat monstrosities? Their meat is tainted.
It's actually probably very tasty as it only eats goats. For the most part.
Well, you generally don't eat meat
I always
eaters.
thought that monstrosity meat was like foul.
Have
I've
you
never
ever
eaten it.
eat-
I eat beasts. I don't eat monstrosities.
Can I do a history on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess it's actually a nature.
Listen, the reasoning sounds.
I'll make a nature.
sound-ish.
I don't know. Are all monsters cursed?
It's totally fine. No problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
Oh well, if Rain says so.
Onward, you have definitely been taught that monstrosities were at one point usually beasts that had been infused with some kind of magic and turned into something else that then kind of became their own offshoot of beasts that still have magic infused in them, which is why many of them have abilities that mimic magic. Like the gaze that was hitting you. So like when you were thinking about like, can this thing, be eaten? You kind of get a flashback to that gaze where you were fighting it off, but there was something evil or powerful and corrupt within it that was trying to attack you by some non-physical means. And so the idea of eating of its meats feels concerning to you.
Hear me out here. Here's a theory. This Red Yeti lives here. This Red Yeti had an unrelenting rage. This Red Yeti is magical by some means. What if this Red Yeti is the curse of the treasure?
I think
I
that's a
mean-
stretch.
Is it?
How long have do we know how long?
No, I
these
mean, like,
stories have been?
that is the result of the curse. You get an unrelenting fury of countless ages. You become that.
Oh, like become it.
You transform into it.
Can Rain make like a general check on curses? She's probably handled enough magic items to know a little bit, right?
I'd say that's fair given her acquisitions history.
So general arcana. Oh man, wow.
I'm already
13,
reddish.
huh?
You know what? I'm gonna take some.
Like,
You are-
would she
You're gonna
know?
take some?
Would she know that like if a curse is generally applied to an item rather than like a general curse, like the one he's describing?
With a 13, I would feel like she's generally stumped. She's like, you've heard of different curses that act in different ways. Some of them you have verified, others you have not. But generally, what she was saying about not all curses can be detected, just by a simple detect magic thing does seem to be true. That some curses are more complicated.
Yeah. In that case, she should say it's possible, but do we really want to chance that?
That's what I'm saying, is that the curse could be what happened to this creature.
Oh, you saying another one may spawn?
No, I'm saying that we take pieces of it and then we become creatures of unrelenting fury.
Yeah, we
That-
become the Yeti.
Oh.
He who
Yes.
takes the gold is platinum is cursed to become the Yeti.
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
Well,
That
I
could
can start
very-
tanking.
You're saying I could have cast Remove Curse during that fight, and maybe we'd have a new ally.
We need a
Oh.
necromancer to test this theory.
You're telling me that we could have saved this guy.
Well, if
Whoops.
it's kind of like werewolf rules, if its corpse didn't change, then maybe we're all right. You know what I mean?
With a 13 on that Arcana check, you don't know if it's werewolf rules or not. You have no idea.
Well,
It's a really interesting theory, though.
regardless,
I mean, it is a creature that would match the description.
if one of us wishes to try,
I say
can't
if you
remove a
can
curse
remove
until tomorrow.
if you can remove curses, then let's just. I mean, look at the massive amount we would never want for anything again.
Why don't you be the first one to take a piece then?
Gladly.
Because she's a Goliath. Do you think that this one was a Goliath and that's why who's so big? She could be huge.
And you cut it down like butter. What do you have to
Then
fear?
let's rest. You do that in the morning, and if you turn into a giant beast, we'll be prepared for you.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start building a fire, and let's, because I know I'm tapped,
My
and there's still a
parent
dragon out
instinct
there.
is saying no.
Not all night to think about it, and let's be honest, she's probably gonna pilfer some in the night. With the survival stuff, I'm definitely turning the majority of this hide, using it as like a carpet area for us
Nice.
to like stay warm on.
Okay.
And I think Rain might jot down the draconic like writing and the transcription that we were given by Licky Lou. And like, can she just spend part of her long rest trying to teach herself very rudimentary draconic?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you go ahead
That's
and
fucking
roll and why don't you go ahead and roll a what do you call it?
General knowledge.
Yeah, like a intelligence check to see if you can
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty good.
Let me just get back over to the screen. Yeah, you're able to teach yourself. I would say at this point, if you see Draconic again, you could at least roll an intelligence check to see if you can decipher some of it. You're not proficient with it yet, but you know some of it at this point.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Alright,
put
you
it
got
in my
yourself
link.
a nice red rug.
So basically, Rain just created Duolingo.
Oh,
in
I'm
this
gonna go over
universe.
it with the the carpet of prestidigitation.
Oh.
I'm gonna wipe it all down.
Audra will. I mean, I suppose this could also happen, like maybe during a watch, but Audra will try to be friendly to Nora during this downtime and just like try to like, but I'm saying like try to like ease some tension, like try to be buddies, you know, big woman to big woman, you know.
Give me a charisma check. Just
Okay.
see how that
I
goes.
fare.
Yeah.
Well, it's flat, which checks out. Oh.
Hey!
Did we just become best friends?
You talk with her
17,
for a bit.
relax.
I know. I was hoping either crit or crit fail. That's all they wanted out of that. One
That's
or the
all you
other.
ever want.
Yeah.
As
Like,
the,
never speak to me or my son again.
Yeah.
As the
Guys,
two big
Nora's dead.
girls, as the two big girls in the room, you connect a little bit. Also, neither of you is that charismatic, so there's just kind of a general like, okay, cool.
Acknowledging grunts.
Yeah.
Where are we putting the fire?
What are
I
we
don't
burning?
think we want to sleep on the ice, so
No, the fire would begin to start melting some of it.
let's put it over
Wake
to the
up
side
in a
over
lake.
here, this little bank here.
Do we? Yeah. What do we
What are
have
we
to
burning, though?
burn?
I mean, I can have a bonfire going for a minute at a time for concentration.
All right,
like to
you
think
take
that-
do that all night.
you take that point of exhaustion for us, buddy, and we're gonna rest.
I like to think that Anwar would keep certain survival gear with him in his bag of holding.
Yeah.
So like logs. In...
I apparently have 9 torches.
What the fuck?
I think that's just you get 10 torches as part of the adventuring kit,
Yeah,
and I've not used any of them.
Yeah, I got the
It's
Just every
explorer's
time we
pack.
go to the store, like Raid's just like, I got another one.
As the resident
them out by
Eagle
the door.
Scout, as the resident Eagle Scout, I do know several ways you can start fires. Is that why I always make fire characters? I don't know think about that.
You
I
were
think
Hold on,
that's
I gotta
why you
call my
always start
therapist.
arson.
I never made Eagle.
Technically, you are an Eagle
Let's
Scout.
not roll on past Ryan's breakthrough there, guys. Let's acknowledge that.
Eagle
As you-
Scouts
problem?
lead you to arson. We
Also,
get it
the
now. term
Resident Eagle Scout just made me think Resident Evil
Resident
when
Eagle.
you said it.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Resident Eagle.
Evil Scout.
as you
Leon
guys
S.
kind of
freedom.
as you guys kind of wind down for the night, a couple of things happen.
Oh no.
One, Audra, you get a message from Poe,
Okay.
Oh shit.
and he says, "Hello, dear chaps. Maz is asking about the bard in the Ice Temple. He hopes you can meet up soon. He wishes to speak privately." And that is
Oh,
exactly
nice.
25 words.
Okay. I'm gonna relay that back to the crowd before I respond.
Just so that way he doesn't need to repeat it, here are the words.
Yep. Hello, Chaps Maz asking about the bottom of the ice. This looks like poetry from the line divisions.
I'm gonna pass this through my my thieves' cant style stuff. No hidden messages. It's just straight up
Yep, he is being straight up because he doesn't expect Audra to know Thieves' Cant, so...
I had to carry a television monitor the other week, and somebody actually like walked by and was like, "You look like you're looking for a fence," and it was hilarious. To be clear, I had stolen it. So, anyways,
We can say that we're still
Yeah.
technically in the Ice Temple, as dictated by the current lease owner of the Ice Temple.
we manifest destiny this cave.
As far as the bard goes, do we want to say that he evaded our grasp?
We could.
Yeah, because we let him go, and we were like, "But we never want to see you again," and don't tell Maz, right? Wasn't that how that resolved?
Correct.
I was going to keep it vague and say that he was.
No,
able
I'm trying to remind myself.
Yes,
that's
yes,
what
yes,
happened,
yes.
right?
We let him go and said, like, don't go near anyone ever
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
I mean, stick to technically the truth, I suppose. Not
Yes.
that he can really incite these things, but
Yeah. So we'll say So say the bard got away, and we're still presently in the Ice Temple. That's all we want to say.
yeah,
Okay.
we're still on the mission.
Okay. So
I love that we're still in the ice castle thing out of a pure technicality. Like, we broke
Yeah.
down a wall, so we're still technically.
Dear Maz, technically speaking, mission incomplete. No, response, Richard. The bard.
I think what you said, I think you
Give
can
her
do
it,
that
yeah.
in 25 words, yeah.
The bard eluded our grasp. Presently still in the Ice Temple. We can speak to Maz privately in the near future. Details to come. Ciao.
Alright, you don't hear anything after that? So, that happens during the night, and then eventually, Audra, you will also get ascending.
Rain?
Rain will get ascending.
Technically, Rain could have gotten the Poe one, but
True.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
Audra is Poe's go-to for ascending.
Who-
but I
Rain
like the
gets
idea that
ascending?
Poe like hit the wrong button in his context.
You hear a voice that you find familiar. Sounds like Atlas.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Hello there, new friend. If now is a good time, might I scry on you for just a moment, so that way we can communicate?
How does that work? Do I
Right,
have a second to talk to everyone before I have to respond?
I'll
Yeah.
give it that to you. Generally, I
think you
say like
have-
you got like a minute before
I
you
think
gotta.
that's how it's written.
Okay.
I think.
She like gets startled for a second because no one's actually sent it her before, and it's always appeared in her book. She's gonna tell everybody exactly what he said. Atlas wants to scry on us so that he can speak to us. I'm not sure how that works.
My gut immediately says no.
He's
What if
very
you say no,
powerful,
then?
right? He was able to appear and disappear, seemingly indefinitely.
I think he had a. Oh my god, did he have a could he actually just teleport?
I think he just has straight up the spell teleport.
He does. Yeah. You were able to glean that from him.
I
Now, if
did
that's
right.
the case, he could-
Atlas is a teleporting bitch. That's exactly what he says.
Now, if that's the case, he could learn that teleportation circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if that's the case, then he can come here and realize that we basically just lied to Poe.
We'll put
No, we're
away the
still-
thing.
Follow-up question, what if he knows that we reached out to the other group about the other thing?
Possible.
We're in trouble?
I'm sorry. Who are you all talking about?
Ah,
Long story.
I'm not sure what to say to him.
I mean, if we
It's
say
not
no, it's
suspicious.
suspicious, right?
it's gonna be very suspicious.
All right. You've had your minute. What do you say?
I think Hunter and
you-
Anwar say that at the same time and then like look at each other.
Do we want to double back to the thing to not be in here so we could be like, yeah, we're totally in the like be like,
Well,
give me
then-
5 minutes and like
Well,
huh.
no, I mean we're still dealing with it, right? Like,
We-
All right, you
Yeah.
guys had your minute to talk. Rain, you gotta say something back if you're gonna use his spell.
All right, can I roll something to see if she would respond calmly or totally panicked because she's
Sure.
not a very good speaker?
That's
All right,
fine.
so panic evens calm odds.
Okay.
So her literal only response in the sending is I don't know. And that's what he gets back.
nice.
You hear back fairly shortly after. I understand you might be new to this. I only wish to project my image to you. I mean you no harm, I promise.
Should we hide? Should we hide, Nora?
Can you incite a sending?
You can insight the tone of his sending, sure.
Okay, great. This is gonna be great.
Oh,
Who fucking knows, dude? You are panicked.
What is
I'm not good at this. He says he just wants to project to us. I don't know what that means.
If we say no, it'll be worse. Just let him do it.
right? Do we want to take Nora elsewhere? Nora, do you want to go for a walk and like spy on all of this happening so he doesn't know you exist? How fun would that be?
I'll go invisible.
Let's go. She's
Mm.
on board.
She's
He
probably
goes
gonna have to
invisible.
make distance too, Nora.
Like stand
Uh,
behind that pillow over there.
She re-
Standing behind the pillar.
she responds to the second sending with, "All right, please do it
Where's
where it's visible."
the dart or something? Where's your spear? Where's the thing?
Right here.
Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag of holding.
It's gone.
Hey, stop. Okay.
Nora, I will not stop. We're panicking.
Like, I imagine you like throw it across the room and just like.
All right. So you send that back.
Hold up the blanket. Make camp look presentable.
Clean everything.
So shortly thereafter, you get a kind of feeling like you're being watched, but you can't. Like it's a sixth sense kind of feeling, and I guess you just kind of let it happen.
Man, what if he just
When-
vacuums up
Yeah.
all the treasure too when he gets here?
All right.
Question: when that feeling happens,
Mhm.
I'd like to use my lantern of revealing.
Okay.
Question though, technically, wouldn't it only be like only Rain would? I mean, I guess she could just tell us that she's feeling it because technically only Rain would feel it, right? From seeing the
Yeah.
spell.
If scrying works the way I think it does, it creates a small invisible.
It does. I'm
object.
just saying, like, we wouldn't necessarily feel anything. Like Rain would have.
No,
to...
but you would know to be expecting it any minute though, so he could take
Right.
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's just a technical.
Or Rain could say, "I feel weird."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she would.
that's
Both
what I
are
say.
true. She would be like, "I think he's watching
Yeah.
us."
So you know the little ball, like the training ball thing that Luke uses that like zaps and the stuff. There's the like. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Also,
There's just a little glowing white orb that's gonna whoosh, 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 whoosh. Just kind of trying to get a good angle on the whole kind of area that you're in.
I think you might need true sight to see it. Maybe it is just invisible.
It's just invisible.
Yeah, it's just invisible, so the lantern revealing would totally
Gotcha.
reveal
I
it.
thought there was an extra thing for it.
I've never had the chance to actually catch it before, so I just wanted to see if it would work.
Nice.
Yep. It does work, and you can see it, and only for about 10 seconds, maybe 20, kind of goes around, and then vanishes. Just like that, it's gone. Also with the lantern revealing, you just kind of look over, and Nora's just kind of peering behind the, like...
If she's more than 30 feet away, she isn't.
But I
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
idea
yeah.
that it's like when like Batman's radar goes off and he knows there's an enemy on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
Just her outline.
I'll be there shortly. Are you aware you're being watched?
So with that, about a moment later, like, man, lots of Star Wars references today. Just like the little like projection, like the "Help Me Obi-Wan Kenobi," just like, right in the middle of you all stands Atlas, but you can tell he's kind of an illusion. He's a little bit transparent and see-through.
Oh, that's
Okay.
terrifying.
Okay then. Oh, you all look quite cold.
It's cold here. Yeah.
I am so terribly sorry. Well, I don't want to waste much of your time. The council has met and we have been discussing since you last told us of what you are capable of and a bit of your history. We've decided that it is better for Cerebro to be taken out before he sends his forces and goes over and attacks the rest. So we will be sending a team to go infiltrate this Fort Moltra of his and take him out. Our question to you is, are you the ones to lead this team? Or do you not want to be a part of it? Is there any advantage for it being you to be the ones?
I mean, you can't get in my head, but
But if we
That's
send
all
Maz
we
and
can.
some other people, then we got a good opportunity to take the lantern or the lamp.
We
we can circle back to that.
we have fought with and technically against Cerebro in the past. And does he know about the clone thing?
I really want to say we might have mentioned the clone thing,
No.
but I'm not sure.
No, you mentioned, you were very vague about it. You said that he was growing monsters. You did not say specifically he was making clones of you guys. And you definitely didn't say anything about the ones that you sent dreams to.
We mentioned to him that the monster growing thing. We mentioned that not that he was making clones of us, but that he was teaching them our abilities because he had learned from us during the battle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did say that.
Because we let him know that Cerebro has the capability of learning from the people he fights against and with.
So he knows about what they are.
I think
They're he knows that they are a facsimile of us, not that they are literally us.
I have a theory I haven't been able to test because Cerebro hasn't dreamed to me in a while. Not since our journey to Castle Hill. But I think our time together with him changed him in some way. When we were training together and when we carried out that mission, he was obviously upset to see us go. And I think that carried over into his next pet project. He often referred to us. We all grew up in his school, the Mind Garden. He was our headmaster, and he seems to think of us, in some respect, as much as an illithid can, as his pets. And I think as much as a Mind Flayer can, I think he kind of likes us. Or misses us.
I think we should
So-
lead the team.
I think there's a weakness there, potentially.
How much time would you need before you would be ready for such an attack? Assuming that I could help you with teleportation.
We need one genie heist of time.
No, let's put that on the back burner, like a back burner behind the back burner,
Yeah.
like 3 burners back.
7 years.
No, I mean the heist one. We'll put that one
Ah.
3 burners back.
If he is indeed growing monsters, we would like to take him out before they grow much further.
What are you looking for? A couple days? A couple weeks?
Maybe a couple weeks at the most, if you need it.
It's gonna take us a week just in travel time.
I could help with that.
There are some things we need to prepare and do beforehand. this is not going to be an easy task for us as well. But I do think we have the best chances of being successful.
I think it is wise to see it as this is a mission you may not come back from. So if there is any unfinished business you wish to do, I would do it. But, as you've said, you've defeated a Mind Flayer before. It's also worth noting that this Cerebro has eaten the brain of that Illithid, and so he will be much more powerful than the last one you faced. But still, if you have unfinished business, I would understand if you needed to finish it before going on this mighty quest.
We're also stronger from the last time as well.
That's good, you'll need to be.
He will be too.
Mazadon is beginning to raise an army to take on Cerebro's army. It will take some time to gather them. He has started this, but it will still take some time. Perhaps 2 weeks is reasonable for you to be able to strike at a similar time. If he can draw away enough forces from Fort Moultrie to defend the mainland area, maybe your odds of infiltrating Fort Moultrie will be greater. Should we say 2 weeks?
I think that's fair.
Would have been my suggestion, so I agree.
Very well then. Shall we check in and say 2 days?
Sure.
I can work with that.
I understand that we are embarking on a very serious journey here. I would like us to see ourselves as friends and allies as much as possible. I know that some relationships and alliances have been forged by mere common enemies. But it's helpful when one can go deeper than that. So if there's anything else you wish to discuss, I do have the rest of the hour in this form. If there's anything else you wish to talk about, so we can establish further trust with each other.
Out of character, I'm a say, where's my dad?
It's your dad. Fucking do it.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants trust from us, he's got to give us.
This is like our only diplomatic chance, I feel like.
Well,
Especially with him without me now.
Out of character, like in my head, I'm like, if he tells us the truth about your dad, maybe we tell him that Maz is just planning on fucking him over after everything.
I'm not mad about that either, actually.
Not mad about that.
That's if he tells us the truth and doesn't try to be like, what, dad?
I like how we're
anyone have
talking in code,
we
despite the fact that we're
expect?
talking in out of character. So it's not like we need to hide it, but we're calling him dad.
Yeah.
Last time you appeared to us, you mentioned you were looking for certain things, and you used a very particular concept.
The power of wish.
Yes. And in particular, a genie's wish.
That is one of the readily available kind.
Were you able to find one?
Me personally, or you mean my order?
Your people? Whoever serves you?
We have found 2.
2.
Yes.
Do you know who they are?
No. Their names specifically? No. There's legend, but we don't know for sure. We've not accessed them.
One of them, I believe, is my great ancestor. His name is Aganazar.
That would line up with what we had understood.
He is a powerful and ruthless warlord.
So he was.
So he still is.
Can I try an insight to see if he has any fear of the power when he acknowledges the warlord thing?
Sure.
This is not Rain's best thing, but oh,
Ooh.
okay.
We take those.
Yeah, you see a bit of concern in his eyes and kind of in his frown as he kind of narrows down and say, "Yes, we are aware he was once a great warlord." And so he does seem to have some hesitation around that.
You should probably know something else about genies then. And she looks to the rest of the group for like, is it okay to say it?
Well, it might be the other one.
Hmm.
But yeah, go for it.
Mazadon and the Loxodons may have a lamp.
Indeed, they do.
Is that the second you were talking about?
It is.
Then do you know his intentions with it?
I am aware of the temptation he faces daily. To be in possession of such an item is a very alluring temptation indeed.
Voice of experience?
As of recently, yes.
Then you're not afraid that he's going to use it immediately following the strike on Fort Moultrie?
It has been in their possession for so long. I don't know why he would suddenly use it then.
What would
If-
stop him?
I don't know.
He and the Big Three and his tribe are some of, if not the most powerful figures in this entire region.
Yes.
And if he were to suddenly, once the Empire was gone, or weak enough where it couldn't come back, he could turn this entire area into a frozen wasteland, walk over it with an army, take everything for himself.
Indeed, he could. What's more concerning is that he has not divulged that he has this lamp.
I was gonna ask that.
So you are a mind reader.
It is
What-
actually a fairly simple spell. It's just been long forgotten. But to detect one's thoughts is not too difficult of a spell to master.
What's
But of
being
course,
done
in this day and age, it doesn't make many friends when they know that you can do it. But again, we're establishing trust here. And so far, I trust you more than Maz.
Wait, you trust us more than you trust Maz, or you trust us more than Maz trusts us?
Yes.
Oh.
At this point, it can't be that hard.
Very good. What safeguards are being put in place to make sure that Maz wouldn't, or any party in particular, wouldn't capitalize on the power vacuum?
We don't have any yet.
Surely there have been talks, though.
There have been some talks. The vacuum, Maz is just one of many from around the world who may seize the vacuum. We can't possibly map out all of the possibilities. But I don't think we should give in to infighting before the common enemy is vanquished.
I agree.
But how many of those parties that could vie for control have a weapon that powerful?
That we know of? I suppose none.
Listen, you are clearly very smart when it comes to working magic and the weave, things that I am incredibly jealous of. Your understanding goes far beyond my paltry parlor tricks. But please believe me when I tell you, those genies that have been locked away for millennia, I can't speak to Maz's, but at least to my own, it is dangerous. Powerful, dangerous, vengeful magic. The reason they were locked in bottles and jars and things of that nature was because they could not be dealt with any other way. And to let them out because you'll get a wish is a trap.
You may be perfectly right. Currently, we have stored Aganazar in a highly secure facility. Much safer in these hands than out in the wild mountains, where anybody could potentially have gotten it. It was vital that we got it first. It would only be used as a last resort for now.
If you use it, it will be the last resort ever used.
You might be right.
Can I insight him?
Yeah.
I rolled 19 earlier, or I can read.
Oh, yeah. No, the 19's good.
Is any of this breaking through to him? Is how's Oppenheimer feeling about this right now?
Yeah, it seems like it's like a really grave decision. And when you talk about how ruthless and powerful he could be, you see familiarity in his eyes. Like, yeah, I know. So it seems like he may know some stories too. Like, you've had some stories passed down from you. It's possible that he's gotten a hold of some lore as well.
I mean, we also experienced it kind of firsthand in Shadow Hill.
Castle Hill?
Castle Hill. He wasn't a very nice weapon.
Yeah.
Do we tell him our plan?
I don't think we should do it, but we can talk about that after Atlas heads out. I mean, unless you want to bring it up now.
I will say one thing in that our understanding is that the Loxodon have been in possession of this for a long, long time. And they have not used it all this time. It is quite possible that they fear the Jinn just as much as you do.
Maz doesn't seem to. Maz doesn't fear anything.
I mean, based on what? Come on.
Everything about him.
He seems to be terrified of us mucking around and risking the whole operation.
Have you spoken to him about this? How do you know that he has it?
He wanted us to go kill the one person who knew. Or to bring him back so he could kill him.
It wasn't you, for that record.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. I thought I was the one who knew.
Unless this is VVV and he's just been parading around doing shit.
This is... It's cause for concern, but we have a bigger enemy at the moment. One thing at a time. We can take Maz together. After this.
Can I insight that?
Mm-hmm.
Is he
Go for
committed
it.
to that? God damn it, and I'm out of luck. Seems
You,
like it does.
yeah, you don't really know. You're having a very hard time reading them.
What if we didn't have to wait until after?
No, we're poking holes in our own defenses there. That cannot be an option at this point. All right.
I didn't say when.
You said now.
I said, what if we didn't have to wait until after?
All right. Well,
Can you elaborate?
There was a moment when we went after, I believe his name was Octavius.
Okay.
Cerebro was weakened. He was at death's door, actually, just in the ensuing battle. We could have finished him off then. And I think about every day, what if we had? How things would be different. We didn't do it out of fear of what could come next. Maybe we make the right decision this time. Maybe we take down the ally that's more dangerous to us while they're there.
You're saying take Mazadon with you, and when he is weakened, take him out.
Anwar's gonna kind of like look at down at his hand, and the little burned in primordial language that flares up every time he uses his ancestral spells kind of flickers a little bit. Sometimes the choice is moot. Sometimes you need to take action.
I am not sure I am comfortable with where this is going.
yeah, seconded.
Maz has his faults, and he is quite stern and zealous. But have you not seen who would follow in his place should he be taken out? I would argue he's a far better leader than any other in the Loxodon who would go in his place. He's
Macedon
united
is the-
so many tribes together, not just through brute strength and intimidation, but through diplomacy and tactics. He is one of the best leaders to ever come out of the region. If you took him out, it might destabilize far more than if he was there.
Or, in the ensuing victory, when all the armies are away, he just marches south. And Riverbed's the first place to go.
Perhaps, but... Lord, I would think that one of his subordinates would be much more likely to do that than him. I fear you are venturing into an area that is quite destabilizing, and I am having reservations about our alliances if this is the road you wish to go down.
No, it's not.
I have a question. You mentioned his genie lamp to us, but you haven't mentioned it to him when you've been searching for these things. Why? Why not go directly to him and say, I need this. I know you have it.
Because I'm not sure that we need it yet.
Or is it because
And-
you're afraid?
It's being protected. Is it safer with us in the enemy lines where, one wrong move and all of a sudden it's in somebody else's hands? Because right now it's locked up in a very safe place.
So was the other one.
The other one was in the middle of nowhere in a temple.
It was inside of a demon.
The other one, yeah, the people you scried to, the adventurers from the other way, they said that it was like deep in a cave that was being guarded by a demon.
There's no difference here. All the difference is distance.
Well, hold on now. You're comparing Mazadon to a demon. I think you're giving him not nearly enough credit.
No, I'm not comparing
He's
him to a demon. I'm saying the circumstances with the lamp. Your
Right
ally
now-
has the means to help you, and you did not ask him for help. You sent poor people to their potential demise to get you a trinket that you wanted, when
So
you
you
could
could
have
be
just
equal with
asked
him.
your ally.
If
It's
he
the
did
same
not,
reason why you're asking us to be honest with you now, because you know Maz isn't with you.
I think that if he does not want to divulge the location of a lamp, it's for good reason. All
Then
that I
just-
care about right now is that I know where it is, and my council knows where it is. Should we need to?
I don't believe you.
Okay, then don't believe me. I don't know what to tell you. Right now, I feel secure with where it is, and if it becomes an issue, then we'll handle it.
You know, though.
We don't know anything. Sometimes we just don't know the things that we want to see out in the future. Even the best of the divination wizards have their limits. We can't map everything out. You try to navigate one future, if you look into that future, then another one splits off. You can't map up everything. I feel like you're losing sight of the fact that there is a being far more powerful than any of us within the depths, and we have currently cut off the link to that world, and we have to destroy what's left of its influence. That should be the main goal right now. Not fighting amongst each other.
It ain't even
I've-
safe to fight each other yet.
If there are battles to be had afterwards, then so be it. But first, let us take down this common enemy. We will either stand together or die alone. Now, I will not be plotting on who I'm going to kill, this or that, before or after. We're trying to give the people of this material plane a chance to figure it out without the influence of this deep, fathomless people. Will you not just simply join? Or will you be too concerned with your neighbor?
Well, with her neighbor and with you. You also have my ancestor with a wish at the ready, which could end the world. And you're saying, don't worry, fam, I got this.
And you would
Yes.
have me turn it over to you.
So
I
he.
know I won't.
it's a
I know I
person.
won't use him.
I understand where you're coming from, I really do. But handing it over to us and then sending us to the front lines to deal with the squid problem means there is a significant chance that if we fail or even slip up, it puts your ancestor in their hands. Now,
Hunter, what if
can
it
you-
was
can
Ronan?
you- I mean, it would be the same thing. At
What
least
would you, if we were to
having
give
him on the front lines where he could be taken away and used against us, that's not a risk worth taking.
if we were to give you this lamp, what would you do with it?
Trying to find a third option.
Okay, so you don't have a plan.
I'm
Right
all
now
for
we have it in a
brainstorming.
highly secure facility where it would only be used with the utmost forethought, with some of the best minds that we have found from all over the world. But no, let's give it to you, the person that we've just heard of a week ago. I'm sorry, but you gotta make a better argument than that, than, oh, we're coming up with a plan.
Wasn't it those same minds that opened this whole breach into this questionable place and introduced this big evil to us?
A terrible mistake we learned from. You are all very young compared to us. What mistakes have you had the chance to make yet?
I'm plenty old. Thank you so much.
I'm not so old, but I've also made plenty of mistakes, and I'd like to think grown a lot from it. I know I certainly wouldn't be standing here in front of you right now if I hadn't learned from them.
I don't.
We're in agreement about how dangerous this is. But right now we have the facility to keep it safe. And I'm not hearing that you do. I don't hear that you have any plan. If you
It's
want to...
true. I don't have a plan yet.
Well, why don't we put a pin in this until you do then? Because right now you're not coming up with any alternatives.
I know that he is my blood. And I know right now your plan is to keep him safe until you use him and hopefully are able to kill him or reseal him again, or he gets loose and he sets the world on fire. Neither of which I like.
And what is this bit about he is your blood? How do you know?
How do I know?
Yeah.
I mean, besides, like...
Yeah, I don't think that's really I don't think that's
Okay,
an
so...
issue here. Like, all right, we all agree the fact that this thing needs to be kept away from the enemy. It needs to be kept somewhere safe. If you want to come up with a thing, some master plan to make sure it's somewhere safe forever, that no one's gonna fuck with it, I'm all for that. But like, until we come up with that plan, let's keep it where it's as safe as possible. Their plan A, is to not use it. That's like break glass in case of emergency, last ditch effort, right? Like that's plan Z. So like let's focus on what we can do now. Let's keep the thing as safe as possible. Cuz I don't want to walk into to fight Cerebro with the shiniest toy he could think of. I mean, I'm not crazy, right?
No, Hunter, I agree with you.
My blood.
Yes, your blood should be kept safe.
When we tried to scry on him, we needed something of his. We used a drop of my blood.
Very interesting. So indeed you are a descendant of his. I thought he would have lied. You can't trust them, you see.
A lot of that going around.
Well, as a gesture of good faith, I will not inform Mazadon of what you said today. And I hope that even though we are currently being very cautious with this lamp, you will see through that there is some wisdom to that, and there's a reason why we're not just handing it over just because you're the blood of someone. Many princes were the blood of their kings, and they made terrible, vicious rulers. Blood does not mean wisdom. Blood is just blood.
Atlas, may I make a request?
You may. Our time is almost up.
This may seem strange, but we have knowledge of a few spells, and just as a measure of good faith, if I could learn them, If the unthinkable happens and a djinn is released on the world, I could seal one.
That is ancient knowledge indeed. Well, like a many thing that we have discussed today, let's put a pin in that, and if it becomes necessary, then we will do it. But I still view it as a last resort.
I was more meaning, before we go to Fort Moltra, if you can supply me with the required materials to learn the spells.
What do you need?
She would need... Is it 50 gold per spell level?
Oh, to actually copy down stuff?
Yeah.
We can do the math later, but you can request that amount.
Yeah, well, she would say that and the components that are required, which is a jewel worth 1,000 and holy water or powdered silver worth 100.
Also, ask for stuff so I could do that temporal spell so I could stop my fucking
You
daughter.
have to ask yourself!
No! Tack it on, Artem! Tack it on!
You all can see him and talk to him right there.
The bag of spicy Cheetos, too. That's for one of my
And
spells.
Mountain Dew! Yeah, I tack on whatever the fuck that stuff requires, because I think it requires no less than like 500 gold.
I will secure this for you at a nearby shop. And I hope that all of these gestures will help you think twice about doing something so rash as attacking one of our allies before we attack the common enemy.
If it makes any difference, you've convinced me.
As I said, I'll keep this conversation between us. And with that, he's gonna just kind of dissipate and go away. And with that, let's do a bio break, and then we'll jump back in.
All right. We hit that break
boy.
screen. We'll BRB. And clicking this, and clicking that, and still chewing, but we're back.
All right, we're back, and after Atlas vanishes away, Nora is gonna appear like seconds later. She'll be like, "Oh, okay. So you want you wanted to steal Maz's lamp? That's what you want to do. It's all making sense now.
It would
Oh man,
behoove you to not ever mention that to anybody ever. Just so we're clear.
okay.
This isn't me threatening you. That's Maz tried to kill the other guy that did know about it. So
Yeah, if you guys ever do that, you better either kill him or make sure he never knows it was you, because he will rip you in fucking half.
oh, we know, we saw that tree. Mm-hmm.
Really, it's more of a
tree?
ripping us in.
He ripped a
5,
tree in
6.
half? I wouldn't...
Oh no, there was just 7
made a-
heads in the
made
tree.
a-
What's a head? Is it an eighth of your height or something? He'll rip you in
Made
1/8.
Made an Empire not welcome post.
Did
Yeah.
the head still have the spine attached to it?
Some of them.
Oh, those were probably Macedons then. You can tell when it's him because the spine's attached, just ripping it right out as opposed to cutting it off.
I can't really tell if you're joking, but I find that to be very interesting insight. How do you know that?
I've seen his handiwork. I've worked for him before. Stealing things from Imperial camps and such back when they were over in the swamps.
You seem very blasé about this.
I'm not sure how much to read into that. I kind of have resting blasé face.
Now knowing what our target is or was, what are your thoughts? Besides, don't get caught.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The challenge is, thrilling. I don't know. The way you guys were talking. I mean, if you want to, I'm kind of with Atlas here. If you guys want to kill Macedon, you better be ready to commit a whole frickin' genocide of Loxodon, because he's one of the more sensible ones.
Yeah, I'm not prepared to do that. And for the record, I don't think we should be stealing anything deep within Loxodon territory.
I mean, I'm all here for it if you really want to do it, but
No, I
the
think we
risk
should-
is getting. I'm just imagining being like held by the shoulders and being ripped in half.
If we're gonna steal some shit, we should be stealing stuff from the enemy that we're trying to take down right now.
Yeah, I heard something about Fort Moltra. If you want me, I haven't been there, but I'll happily steal some stuff from there.
Oh, we've been there. We don't need stealing things. I don't think there's really anything super useful there.
Actually.
Is there? What do you have?
Well,
Aside from, like,
That-
I mean, there's mutants.
that would have been where we stole, or that would have been where the Empire put most of the information that we gathered.
Actually or potentially?
Actually. Right?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
interesting.
we mentioned this, right?
I think that she doesn't know for sure, but
Yeah.
based off what she was told, that's where it should be going.
Most likely. It's not a bad idea to have somebody with sticky fingers walking about while we distract the main attraction.
Stealing from Fort Moltra is equally as dangerous and equally as exciting to me. So, if you want me to steal from there or help you hatch a plan, I'm interested.
This isn't just about taking stuff. They're not stuff. They're people. I don't know how else to say this.
You're
Okay,
not wrong.
Imagine this air genie that's in this bottle right now. Imagine they're kind of goofy and kind of lovable and kind of blue, and they say things like this, and hello, my friend, how are you doing today? What if they sounded like
Ridiculous.
that?
Who would ever do a voice like that?
Or Hunter, what if it was Ronan? What if it was your ancestor stuck in there?
Then I'd want them somewhere safe where a squid ain't gonna use it against us. I
wasn't saying
understand. I understand they should be somewhere safe, but right now that's our option. And I mean, Atlas was right. Unless we have a concrete plan of where they should go, like, then that's gonna have to be on the back burner. I think they
That's
should
right.
absolutely go somewhere safe and go somewhere respected. But if there's dangerous to be out, as you say they are, and we don't want them at risk of being taken by an enemy, I don't see what choice we have. I don't see where they should be.
That's the thing. I don't want them just safe.
You want them free?
Yes. I want them to be free in a way that can't hurt people.
Do you have a solid plan for that?
Got an idea what genie do to people?
Oh, we have a pretty good idea. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Gonna
trying.
Banish them to a demi-plane of existence?
I don't know yet, but I know that keeping them in forever jail, like someone else who was also in a forever jail.
Yeah,
Doesn't
but only for a
deserve
couple days.
It wasn't actually forever, so it doesn't matter.
Again, the
But her-
blaseness.
We'll put her back in there for a couple days. To see
You could
You
say
always
I
like
am
Mira. You could
cold.
do it. You could put her back in there.
I can put her back.
All
in
right, now
there.
I'm with you. I get that. Once we can deal with this Empire situation, we can figure some way out of getting them somewhere safe where they aren't risking our health. They're not locked up as an item to be used.
Or do you just want to give them the freedom of death? So that way they're not trapped in living forever and they just have the right to die.
That's very millennial of you.
If there was no way for them to coexist with others, if there was no other way for them to exist, I think that might be preferable. I don't know if genies have souls or if they have an afterlife. They might just simply not exist. But I think that might be preferable than to an internal prison.
Well, clearly, at some point, it had to have worked. They didn't come to be inside of lamps to begin with. And
They were bound there.
you went correct, but they weren't born there. So therefore, they existed outside of them at one point in time.
They were bound for a reason, perhaps, but honestly, I don't care about all of that bullshit. What I want to know is what heist are we doing? I'm ready for the next score. Still kind of reeling from this failure, and I would really like a win.
I have to agree with Hunter here that if it's Lamp or the fort ought to come first.
I think we should come up with a comprehensive plan to deal with the genie lamps, but stealing them out from under our allies ain't the way to do it.
Well, it still may be, but without a plan on what to do with them, it doesn't matter. But the fort is actionable now, and I would certainly prefer to have one of us steal the lamp than Cerebro steal one.
And God, I'm thirsty for squid blood. I've been itching for a stabbing.
I do feel a bit of vengefulness in me.
Anwar, sensing he is losing the debate here, walks away.
Alright. Well, I'm going to fucking bed. It's been a long day. Don't steal any of my stuff while I'm asleep. I'll know. And she's gonna kind of find a little corner area, do a little incantation, and then start to kind of
Do
pull
we
up a
recognize
pack.
it as alarm?
Yeah, it's pretty easy to recognize as a lot.
Yeah.
And she's going to pull out a bedroll out of her bag of holding and go to sleep.
Abracadabra, alarm, kazam.
Yeah, Rain's gonna give him a few minutes, but she's gonna check on Anwar before she's like ready to go to bed.
Okay.
Audra's like, he'll come back. I'll take first watch in the meantime. She's like, we only need 3 of us for watch. He can come back in the morning when he's done.
3 of us for watch. Who the fuck is all watching? Or did you mean like through the cycle of the night?
I'm saying we only need 3
Oh, okay.
people to
Okay,
watch through the night.
I was like, are we on high alert?
No. 3 shifts.
I can take.
We
last
really
shift.
should be on high alert all the time.
I mean-
so many
I mean,
enemies.
that's true. That's true.
We also have a thief with us, so
Yeah, I meant 3 shifts.
We had boats that tried to kill us recently.
Yeah,
Find out about those
we
boats.
need to pull on that thread.
yeah, that's a weird one.
And then they didn't.
What if, like, when she went to go to sleep, like, somehow Nora pulled out one of those boats at first and was like, you weren't supposed to see that, and then pulled out a bedroll? You? How? That doesn't even make sense.
How-
Yeah, but Audra will take first watch. Like, because if others are ready for bed, Rain's walking off, then she's like, well, I guess I'll take the first one because I might as well, right? She figures
Okay.
Anwar just needs some time in her mind.
How does Rain find Anwar?
I think he's like, because there's only like the little side pockets here, and then there's a really long tunnel that goes all the way back to the temple. So he's probably like, however long that is, like a good chunk of the way down.
There's another thing over here you guys haven't explored that goes somewhere too.
That's where the Yeti came through. We'll get there eventually.
That's where his now orphaned
Yeah,
children
I was
I was
gonna
gonna
say,
say that's where the Yeti
look for some
family is
Yeti
now,
babies.
waiting for Dad
Yeti
to come
babies.
home.
Daddy,
Yeti
I have a
babies.
chit
Okay.
home.
We take a whole Yeti tribe and just airdrop them onto Mazadon's temple.
But I do think when you do find him, like a good chunk of the way into the tunnel that they carved out, he's sitting on the ground and he's just got a screwdriver and he's just like roughly turning the gears, trying to like patch up the work that had been smashed earlier today in the fight, just like angrily like fixing it. But
She's gonna sit down in front of him and like look at him doing that. You know, there's probably easier ways to start a fire.
you want to start a fire, come to the right place. That's what I do. That's what we do. That's what we all do is we start fires, right? That's what I'm good for.
I'd like to think that we're trying to put them out one by one.
Started a pretty big fire today. The most powerful ally we have. What am I supposed to do here, Rain? No one else seems to get it.
I do get it. I think everything that we're doing, or at least I hope everything that we're doing, is about freedom. Mine, all of yours, your families, extended relations included. I know it hurts, and I don't like that it hurt you today. And I wish I had an easier way, an easier solution. I'm not gonna lie and pretend that I do. But I do know that if we were to try and go in out of desperation to take the genie, either to just hold on to it, keep it, set it free, well, You know that I know about desperation and powerful forces.
You're one of the few people that seems to get it.
I also know that I wouldn't want to put all of the other freedom we're fighting for in danger.
You know, a couple nights ago, we dreamed to that other party, right? The group that took, rescued, retrieved Agonazar from that demon guard. I spoke to their another Genasi, an Earth Genasi. And I told you before I went in that they are traditionally, stereotypically, quite stubborn. But I thought talking to him about our people, about where we came from, where our blood comes from, would spark some kind of kinship, some kind of, even if we are not family, some kind of connection. And do you know what he told me? He told me that genies, Agonazar, are monsters. That they are monsters. So then, someone like me, who has the blood of a monster, what does that make me? Who gets to decide who's a monster? And it's not new. It's not different. Genasi are always looked at differently, especially the fire ones. Because, you know, where there's fire, there's probably fire Genasi. Or so they say. And I just want to prove to people that we're not monsters. He is terrible, and he is ruthless. But right now, he is the only thing that links us back to our history, to what we were, to untold millennia of stories, wisdom. And if he's turned into a weapon and then disposed of, that's gone. It's just gone. Like sand. And I just want to help him. I just want to find another way. And at this point, like, Anwar is, like, tears are streaming down. He is, like, abandoned his gauntlet, the tools. He's just sitting alone in this tunnel, trying to fix the world, and not having the tools needed to fix the world.
You helped me be more than a tool and a weapon, and probably what most people thought was a monster. And I will help you in every way that I can to do the same for Agonazar. But I think we have to do it right. And maybe not sit in the middle of a very, very cold ice tunnel.
Are you talking about this is the library?
It's a very cold library.
Do you need some help? I could get Looky Loo if you're looking for something in particular.
I think I'm looking for my friend to come back.
Rain, I need to ask you something.
Anything.
Do you still have enough power for another dream?
Of course.
You know, if this goes this way, if we do this mission on Moltra, and we go, and we succeed, and Mazadon thinks or does what he thinks he wants to, and unleashes his genie, then the best option to fight a genie is another genie. It could lead to mutually assured destruction. This could be the precipice before everything ends.
Or we seal the genies if they are released and keep trying and keep fighting. But not their way, our way.
I think I'd like to speak to him again. At some point. Before all this happens. I don't know what I want to say yet. I want to help him, but I don't know if he's ready to receive it yet. And I don't want him to die being stuck in his ways, like he was at Castle Hill. I used him as a weapon, because I was afraid. And I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. But I need to be better. Find another way.
We will. And whenever you are ready, let me know.
Thank you, Rain. You know, I never really said it, but I'm glad you reached into my thoughts that one day.
All right, with that, what are Chimera and Hunter doing currently?
I think there's definitely like an uncomfortable silence, at least on Hunter's end, because like Hunter and Chimera have been tight for a long time, and we've like kind of been together in this fight against the Empire, and this is like the first time they've been this oppositional in a viewpoint where it's like Hunter's been working with Maz and the Resistance for a while and thinks that we need to preserve that alliance, and Chimera seems to be a lot more shaky on that and looking to put him down, which like we all agree Lopaw, big problem, wouldn't be opposed to putting him down, but Maz is a whole different thing. And so like being kind of on the opposite ends of that fence, there's like some discomfort there and like an uncertainty of what to say. So I think Hunter's just like kind of silently sharpening his variety of blades, and like his mind is kind of churning as he kind of stares into the void a little bit.
What about Chimera?
Um,
And Audra's taking watch, right?
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, so if there's anything with that too.
So there was like a knee-jerk like instinct to go after one of the kids, and then the kid had a buddy, and the buddy system's usually okay, but there's still a worry. She definitely went ahead and like rolled out her sleeping things, probably went ahead and like hunkered down, but she is not asleep at all. Eyes are closed, but she's not restful. She's patiently waiting for the two that left to come back. And occasionally like an eye will open and like looking at Hunter, looking thoughtful, pensive. The thief's asleep. Audra's staring at something. I don't know.
Audra is Audra-ing.
but the other kids aren't back, so it's trying to rest, not resting, knowing that curfew's coming and the kids aren't coming back or something. Just waiting.
All right. But eventually they do come back and you get settled in. And unless anybody has anything else for the night, you guys are able to get a solid night of sleep without disturbance.
Audra does have one thing before
Okay.
while she's on her rest, or while
Okay.
she's on her watch. So she's definitely keeping an eye, like, kind of, you know, she's angled and keeping an eye on both the tunnel we came from and then sort of where the Yeti family would be too, you know, like that's kind of the theoretical Yeti family, which is the best Neutral Milk Hotel cover band, Theoretical Yeti Family. But during that, like, we got this pile of potentially cursed treasure here. And so she's going to attempt one of her divine interventions. Like, she's probably going to be, like, talking at least one way to the Becoming during the whole watch. Just like, all right, like, we're going into this Fort Moultrie thing. Like, you know, be with us, help us. But in the immediate future, we could do a lot of good with what's behind us. We could, you know, get a lot of help. So if you're able, Becoming, if you can do something about whatever this curse may be, if it's the money itself, if you could lift it, that would be amazing. And then rolling a D100 on Divine Intervention. No, it's going to be my level or lower, so I try, but nothing happens.
The Becoming says to you, I'm sorry, my friend. I do not see a curse I can lift. You're on your own.
I understand. I could use more practice anyway.
You know that even if I'm not able to help you in this moment, you have the power to remove curses through the magic I have given you.
I know.
Never lose sight of that.
I was just worried that, you know, I'd have to sort of decurse every coin behind me. Thought maybe you had a faster method.
Just look after the ones who you love the most. Remove the curses from them if they ever get cursed. The rest will work itself out.
I'll do that. That was plan A.
Very good then.
Hey, that armor for use.
I will save up my energy so that way I can perhaps intervene on your behalf when the big test comes.
Yeah. In the meantime, that armor I want to make for you doesn't seem too far off right now.
Very good. Alrighty. And so with that, you all go to sleep. You take your turns at watch, and you wake up the next day feeling very well rested after being... You're still probably a bit sore for those of you who have taken some hits throughout the day. Is the rule in 5e that on a long rest you regain half your hit points, or all your hit dice, or all?
Yeah,
All hit points, half hit dice.
Yeah,
Half
your
okay.
level hit dice specifically.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
just
I
looked
have-
that up like 5 minutes ago because I was zeroed.
Yep.
Is it round down or round up? I can't remember.
I think we always round down.
Round down? Okay. I have 4 hit dice back, yay!
I think about that. It's like, do you round up damage or down? And we always round down.
Well, aren't you guys level 10 now? So it'd be 5.
I lost one of my hit dice when I got the ninth
Oh,
level spell
right.
slot.
But it's still, you regain half your level. So if you're level
Character
10,
level.
then you'd regain 5
Okay,
hit dice.
so I still regain 5, I just have a max of 9.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
and that's why there's a difference, I guess, because if you multi-class, they still want you to
Yeah.
that's true.
get
yeah.
the as many as you can.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, you regain quite a bit of hit dice, spell slots, all sorts of goodies. And you venture off. This is kind of a natural place to end things, I suppose. We are at about 10:30. Is there anything else anybody wanted to do on this day?
I mean, I wouldn't.
I want to
hate
cast
jumping
Cone of
away.
Cold on everyone. No.
Got it. Okay.
Guess
wouldn't-
what, bitch? I'd survive it.
I mean, hey, if we want kind of a fun,
Do it.
if we want kind of a fun cliffhanger, we can pick up one of them there coins.
Well, we need to thaw them out first. They're still in an ice tray.
All right.
We have no way of getting
Wrong
to
with
the
the-
ice
Please.
Nothing wrong with the natural endpoint.
That's true.
Is there anything that you want to? I guess that's true that we haven't quite cleared this cave yet. Is there anything you want to do?
Let's go
Let these
see. Let's go
coins.
check on the Yeti orphans.
There's no
Is-
Yeti orphans.
Wait, there's a burning
Oh, sure,
question.
of course you'd say that.
Is Nora still here when we wake up?
Important question.
Yeah, she's still here.
I mean, she's into stealing from Ultra now.
Is
She's like,
all
"Now
of our
you're not
stuff
interested."
still with us?
That is
I was
a
just
better
about
question.
to say, I'm pretty sure we all like took shift
kept
watch, but if
watch,
Chimera
yeah.
was ever on watch, she most definitely
I don't
could have stolen
trust her.
something.
It seems like she actually did go to sleep.
Okay.
Same girl, same.
Rolling through this here tunnel. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
Oh, Richard, I did want to say that at some point, maybe this would have been smarter to have Onwar working on in the tunnel, but he wants to build or carve using the chisel a stone lock.
Okay.
Then he wants to take that stone lock and put it on the clasp of his bag of holding, and use arcane lock from the chisel to give his bag of holding a lock on it.
Nice. So Hunter, you have reached the end of the map.
What's
Richard,
on
could we
the other
have potentially walked right into the Yeti if we took this other wraparound path?
You could have walked into the Yeti if you kept on walking all the way to where Hunter's walking.
Mm.
In any case, yeah, I mean, Hunter, when you keep on walking through, eventually you get to a clearing where you get to you get outside the mountain.
Oh,
Found the way out.
And then you still have a long way to go down.
No.
Shield surfing.
Did we want to try and steal the gold or no?
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed. It's a shitload of platinum, and like
I think
It's
it's
a
worth
lot.
trying.
that could do
You
a
know-
lot of good.
If one person takes all of the gold, then we just have to remove curse on them once.
Here's the thing, though.
I volunteer.
The
no.
thing is, though, again, we're then every shopkeeper we pay, you know. Oh, unless, well, no, yeah. They say we can't
We
like.
make one wholesale purchase on
Yeah.
someone we don't like. Wait! Flash Iron Pan. We buy out all of his
Oh.
things.
That would honestly be a great thing to do with that. I'm rich.
Let me buy you out of all your designs. Oh, wait, no, that's what he was going to do to me. I can't
If you
do it.
don't-
I can't.
If you don't like this Mazodon fella, you want to turn him into a red Yeti, then maybe you could try giving him something as
Somehow-
a tribute.
That would be
Somehow-
a massive red
That would
Yeti.
be the worst
Somehow
idea.
he would like he'd be in control of it like a Resident Evil boss somehow.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
like-
it would
I
not.
feel more powerful.
Yeah.
Like, consider too, if one of us is going to take all of the gold, who would we prefer that it be? Like, who's the person that's going to turn into a Yeti
Well,
that
Chimera's
isn't going to
like
totally
turned into a real estate
Yes.
agent at this point. She's had like 3 houses, now she has a castle. So
This is
For the
my
record, I'm willing to risk it. If you want to just give me some of that,
you.
see what happens to me.
honestly, it might be worth giving Nora the first piece just to see if she's
That's
willing
really-
to.
I agree.
I don't believe there's a curse.
That's fucky,
I think
y'all.
it's
Like, what
bullshit.
happened to we're
She
trying to make
volunteered.
friends?
She
And
did
now we're
volunteer.
She just
and now we're
volunteered.
like,
Yeah.
we might risk killing you.
Hey,
She
no,
100% volunteered.
She fully volunteered.
I mean, to be clear, we did find her after she bit off more than she can chew, literally a day ago. This is what we know about her so far.
She volunteered.
And Admar is saying this in character.
She volunteered, and Audra and Rainer are like. she
Okay,
volunteered,
okay,
she
you're
volunteered.
judging me on the one time I did that, and you're not judging me for the countless scores that I made that you never could have. So don't get me started here. Like okay, you caught me at the one time that I messed up, but most of the time I succeed.
I mean,
Buddy,
her
we
work
should
is
also
pretty
say that-
legendary here.
Some of the time, it works all of the time.
I should also say that everyone hates you at your hometown, so you didn't mess up just once.
Ouch.
Yeah, he pissed off a lot of people.
And no one likes you.
No, they're pissed off at me because I succeeded.
That ain't it,
That's
bud.
a fair point.
That ain't it, though,
You're
bud.
not mad because she failed.
That's some real hustle and grind culture right there.
Now-
They hate
That's
us
awesome.
because they ain't us.
Go for it.
That's
Go. Put
right.
up.
No,
They hate
Put
us
up,
because they
girl.
ain't us.
Now, see, the
Oh,
thing
no.
is, they
Nora
ain't,
just
they
a
ain't
grind
mad.
set girl?
They don't hate your success. They hate that what you succeeded on was fucking them over.
Are you trying to teach me some life lesson? I don't give a shit that they hate me.
Pick one up. Go ahead.
Hold on, let me get one.
Yeah,
You
Come
gotta
here is
know
all
what
for
matters
it now.
first.
Anwar like and he starts
This
filling a hole in the
It's like
ice.
in the new God of War when Kratos opens the like mirror door, just
I'll
like,
bonfire to
crack
help.
it open.
Yeah.
She's like, don't mind if I do. Just so he starts shoving some stuff into her bag of holding.
And what happens?
What
Her
if it
bag of
takes
holding
days
gets
to
more
set
full.
What
No,
if
hold
it takes
on, you gotta
days to
pick-
set in?
It probably does.
We should have done a control test. Now we're stuck here.
I wasn't
Now what's
saying,
gonna
I was
happen
saying-
is 3 episodes from now, when we need to be stealthy, she's all of a sudden like, something's wrong.
Correct.
Or we walk into Fort Moultrie and just let a red Yeti go.
Neither of the, I mean, honestly, that's not a bad thing.
Listen,
was-
if that's the reasoning, then we all need to get in on it.
There was a podcast I listened to once, and they were like, why don't we just fight wars like that? Why don't we just strap guns to monkeys and airdrop them?
that was the Jurassic Park plot.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that was the original plot, yeah. Oh, man.
I
Well,
don't
all right.
think there's a curse.
I
Well-
don't feel cursed. I got a good chunk of stuff now, and
You won't feel it.
Pick it up and hold it in your hand.
okay.
Alright.
She's just gonna grab more that she hadn't already put in the bag yet.
Can I do an investigation on it?
Sure.
Or an arcana to try and look at it, not
Okay.
through beat of ice.
Oh yeah.
The
can we
detect
check that
magic
out?
already turned up nothing. Nat 20 Arcana. Nat 20 Arcana unfortunately doesn't really get you anything other than you are really damn sure that there's no magic in here. You don't see any magical inscriptions at all. The inscriptions do look really fucking old. Like you see
Maybe the curse is past the expiration date.
yeah, you see that there's a combination of platinum and silver bars, and you see coins and jewelry and all sorts of stuff. The coins though would be in printed. I'm trying to think what timeline we're at with this. I think they would have elven faces on them, like like the side of the profile image kind of thing.
Mhm.
You'd see the ears that you would definitely like. Oh yeah, that's definitely an elven.
That's George Washington.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it would look extremely old. You look at the symbols on them, and they do look like it's that old elvish. But you don't see any inscriptions that seem magical in any way.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a fistful of platinum.
Go for it.
Seeing this happen, Audra's like, well, all right, I'm the other one who's usually does this, so here we go. Fistful.
Hold on. I didn't say that I didn't see anything. I say, guys, I'm gonna fix something here. Why don't you meet me out front? I'll be there in a sec. Just give me 5-10 minutes, and no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, guys, I don't think it's cursed. I don't think it's cursed.
Well, I've got 50 platinum points in my bag now. I can still hold so much more. These coins are light as fuck.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
Richard, what would you say we're realistically able to scoop out? Like, if it's like buried under a ton of ice, what can we realistically scoop out?
I'll
just
tell
to
you
update
what's.
our sheets.
I'll tell you what's there.
Oh boy.
I pull up my notes.
Yeah. So who wants full?
All in told, if you're spending a good chunk of time looking at this,
Mm-hmm.
you find eventually kind of like buried beneath all this stuff is diamonds underneath that.
Diamond.
You find 12,000 of diamonds. You find 6,000 of platinum bars and coins. 3,000 worth. I'll paste all this for you.
Okay, thanks.
3,000 worth of silver bars and coins. 1,500 worth of silver jewelry.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
1,500 of white gold jewelry.
Hmm.
I think that's it.
Wow.
We've got 100 pounds in the bag of holding.
Guys, we could revive like a village with those diamonds.
And go ahead and try to select a good chunk of it.
I don't think Rain is gonna take any.
I need a portable
I was
hole.
just thinking the same thing.
Well, Audra's gonna take enough for her armor, and promising Chimera the armor, and probably thinking that Anwar might want some too. I will take enough for that. You guys want some cursed armor?
But
I can't actually turn the
because
money
I
into the
have
armor.
kids now. Because they're not dead anymore.
Make your epilogue real estate mogul. Do it.
I'll
I mean,
take...
I can't keep that fucking house.
I'll
I mean,
find you the best house
everybody
in
knows
any
where that house
timeline.
is.
I mean,
I guess I'll take 100 pounds of platinum if there's enough of that.
well, also we can take just what we want. There's a nice dragon horde here attached to Sydney's Winter Palace.
That's true. Yeah, this is
So
just
as long
like
as
a...
we can teleport back,
No.
Yeah, but it's an open entry point, theoretically.
yeah. All right, hey, load it
All
up.
it takes is somebody just walking up here.
Well, hold on now. That's you're forgetting about all the stuff that she's putting in her thing. She's taking a cut of some of this.
Well, yeah, sure. So, so we have, I guess, 1/6 less of everything here. Yeah.
If
Well,
that's how you want to do
assuming
it.
that she takes only a sixth.
How many people are taking a share? If there's 4 of us taking a share, I'm gonna
that's
take a
true.
quarter of
That's
it.
true. Well, if we want to do the math, like offline and figure it out, we can wrap it up and
Mhm.
return next.
I mean,
wanted
I don't know if
something,
you guys
but I
can.
need to take
Audra probably
some.
can, but I don't know if the rest of us can carry all this.
I
No,
could
I
probably
figure-
carry it.
Nor
I figure
can.
50 platinum is probably like a reasonable amount that Hunter could grab a nice bag
You're just
of
walking out of
without
a cave like this, like a kid in an arcade.
right, yeah. Like if he just grabs a big old pouch, that's about gonna be 50, I guess. I don't know.
If it's
Just fill this,
bars, I don't know. With coins, you could take way more coins than that than 50. 50 coins is really not that much. Like when you put them all together.
Mhm.
50 coins weigh 1 pound.
Well,
Yeah,
also 50 platinum is 500 gold, which is not nothing.
Yep.
But is it enough?
Is it enough? Nothing. All right. Well, yeah, we can do the math off
Yeah,
screen.
we'll do the math off screen.
We'll be back. Are you with us, Art, next week, Artem?
Oh, I don't even remember.
All right. Well,
I don't think so, actually.
I don't think so.
okay. Well, Rain got cursed, and we'll figure it out the weekend.
I'm the only one who didn't take it. Fuck you.
That's the curse.
It's curse insulation money. That's
Yeah.
how it works in real life too, unfortunately. All right.
Alrighty, that's it for tonight, folks. We'll pick up again next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.